What's up, guys? Young Bucks, Old Goats, episode 61. I think we have the video showing, but with no sound. That's all right. I'll do my intros right here. I got first from the... Why is sound coming from here? This is a complete disaster. All right. Gonna do it now. The intros. As a motorcycle speeds by somebody's house. From the lands to the south, he's known to have a dirty mouth. You should not take his picks to the bank. The Tank.
Oh, no, he's right.
Yeah.
He's right.
And now, from the city in Florida, that's not part of the U.S., his NFL picks are usually a wild guess. The yin to my yang, the bada bing, bada bang is Hialeah. And finally, the oldest of the goats from Cuba, but not on a boat. He's not dumb or scum. Sometimes he hits the rum. It's the bum over there. All right. I apologize for that intro to everybody. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing?
Great.
Good.
Really good now.
I wish I would have known. I would have brought the rum instead of the cab.
Yeah, it's more of like it's a generalization I did there, you know. It's not specific to
I
tonight.
appreciate that. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Kwanzaa. What do you got? Let's go around the table. I'm trying this funky Buddha beer called Vibin', which this is probably like a very sweet beer to drink at the beach. It's a groovable lager, it says here.
Nice can.
It is.
Nice
I'm trying to see
yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Nice art.
Thanks for noticing.
Nice.
I'm not sure the percentage. Funky Buddha Vibin'.
Must be high.
So
Anybody ever had this?
No. Never
I've had Funky Buddha, but I've had a Hop Gun and some other one I forgot.
Yeah, I've had it before, not specifically in.
I'm not big into the IPAs or the craft beers, man. I've tried.
I don't like those IPAs though either.
There's
the bitter ones.
Yeah, there's always a weird aftertaste, a
Yeah.
metal taste or perfume kind of weird taste. I don't care for them.
I do. I love the IPAs.
I drink an IPA and I'm like, I need another beer just to wash out that out of my.
What I do like about them is that, you know, they're high in alcohol. That's great. But aside from that, I haven't found one that I really like.
I think you would probably like this one, but this is not an IPA. This is a lager. I specifically looked, and it's hard. Most of them are IPAs, all these like micro things. Anyways.
What's that one, the Goose Island? Is that an IPA?
I'm not familiar, dude, because I don't really... Maybe somebody else.
We don't delve into the craft beers, dude.
I think I like Goose Island. I like Lagunitas. I like that.
I've heard that's good.
Super bitter, man, but I love it.
Wow, that could not have been a more disastrous intro. So let's just recap real quick. Last week, I was 7-7-2. Tank over here, round of applause, 8-6-2.
Damn.
6-2. Yep. This guy,
I hit my lock.
6-8. Yeah, you hit your lock, of course. 6-8-2.
Dude, I'm going down the Tank. I'm going down the.
Yeah. And the bum was 8-5-2.
Oof.
Now, I did the percentages. That's 612 for him, 533 for me, 507 for Hialeah, and 441 for Tank. So he's going up.
He's going up. I'm going down.
Yep. He's gonna get you next year.
He's gonna get. Yeah, next year I'm done.
Dude, what about these upsets last week?
Yeah. Well, I guess the big one that people are talking about is obviously Pittsburgh. They're on a major skid. People are really concerned in Pittsburgh about, is that it for Ben? What's going on with this offense? There's a lot of talk around there because we know that the Bengals are not a powerhouse, right? In fact, they were on their third string quarterback?
Backup running back too.
Yeah.
What happened to Mixon? Is he gone for the year?
He's on my fantasy team, so yes. He's on my team. He's injured forever.
He's no longer in the mixing.
Yeah. He's not mixing it anymore.
I think he's out. He's probably going to be done for the year. I like McCaffrey.
Yeah, they keep saying not this week, but the weeks are running out.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
For me, they're going to shut them down. They're not going to play them for one game in the year and then have them injured for next year. So I assume those guys will be shut down.
What a shame.
Yeah, I was telling them, like, fucking Finley played a good fucking game. The quarterback for the Bengals. Really good. Running, passing.
Yeah, definitely. I guess the other big upset, obviously, is the Rams.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That may
Jets
be,
lost
for some
Lawrence.
people, that's really the biggest, maybe, from a record perspective. You lose to a team that hasn't won a game.
And they lose the number one pick.
Yes.
In the process.
For an organization and a staff that is definitely not going to be there,
Yeah.
That win means nothing.
Why are they still there?
I think because they wanted to get the first pick, and they effed that up too.
They can't even lose correctly.
Yeah.
But you know what? Now another regime comes in, and hopefully they keep Donald. They don't have the pressure of drafting Lawrence, trading Donald. What are they gonna do? And now maybe they give him some weapons and they bring him along the right way, man. You never know. It might be a silver lining.
It's funny you mentioned that because everything I've heard about the Jets when they talk about the Jets is that Darnold is gone.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, like, really? Like, I'm thinking maybe that guy got trashed by Gase. We know a thing or two about Gase, and I wouldn't give up on that kid.
Me neither. I wouldn't give up on him either.
Now, if Lawrence was sitting there, okay, maybe I'll start thinking about it. And you could get him to play there, right? Because that's the other problem.
But why do people keep saying that? Like, does he have the option of just doing a Manning and just, I don't want to play there? You think he does that? He has that kind of power?
He could do it.
He already said he's fine. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I don't see that happening, man. Everybody's talking about it. It's like, I don't see that happening.
They said that a lot in the beginning, and that's sort of changed. But I also think it has something to do with Jacksonville now picking first.
But I think Jacksonville's way better suited to win faster than the Jets, dude. And
you know what's the thing about Jacksonville? They've still playing hard.
Yeah,
they're still in games.
Yes.
But I look at Darnold and I don't know, dude. I don't see an elite type quarterback there. Not saying they should give up on him, but if I could get Lawrence, dude, I'll get that guy, man, for sure. Darnold may be like another. Well, not even. Carson Wentz probably had more success. That guy's all in the mix now there.
Yeah, but Darnold, I wouldn't give up on him. And Wentz, dude, no. Hurts is playing.
If you saw our NFL draft show, I said, and I think you guys agreed with me that guy was going to end up being a good quarterback, maybe even the best quarterback in that draft. And he was like an afterthought draft pick.
Yes.
So we'll see. I mean, he's only played 2 games, but he's.
Yeah, they still gotta scout him and plan for him. So it might take a little while, but he'll regress. And
by the way, on that thinking, I know it's sacrilege to say this for a lot of teams, but I have no problem drafting another quarterback like what Philadelphia did, what Arizona eventually did. You know what? If you're not 100% sure and you have another opportunity to get a possible quarterback, I don't think you can pass that up. And that idea of, well, I picked this guy and I got to stick with him. I don't know. I think that probably ends more careers than it saves.
Dude, what other position do they do that at?
What do you mean?
What other position do they say, no, this is our guy. We're not going to draft any more
Oh,
guys.
I see what you mean. You're right. Yeah.
Why
None.
not that position, dude? You
Right.
got to have depth, and you got to, especially at that one, dude, that they're, I don't want to say fragile, but they have more exposure to getting hurt.
The thing about that position, it has a lot of payroll in it.
Yeah.
So that's why that kind of affects that, dude.
You always got to have one in the pipeline, though. You got to
Yeah.
have somebody on a rookie deal. You got to have, somebody in the pipe. And then, look at fucking Alex Smith when he was there in Kansas City, dude. They drafted Mahomes, I think, late first round. That'll light a fire under your ass, dude. Alex Smith had the best year of his life.
Alex Smith was a Pro Bowler that year when they traded him
was.
away.
He was. Look what they did in Green Bay.
What's up, Fernie? Cheers.
Of course, Fernie, man. I don't think he's been given a good shot, a fair shake, man.
We found somebody that agrees with Hialeah. No, I'm not saying give up on him, but dude, if you can get Lawrence,
But I think they might have already lost that opportunity by winning a game.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? The Jaguars could win a game potentially. Who knows? Crazy shit's been happening.
Yeah.
But I do like that the Dolphins did that for a long time. When the Redskins drafted RG3, they also got Kirk Cousins later on. Neither of them are there now, anyways. But look at. Like he mentioned, Rosen, and then they got Kyler Murray. What a fucking upgrade. Rosen's now on his third team, probably a third-string quarterback now, I think, in Tampa with Brady.
Done. He's done.
But how can that guy be done? He's probably played less. Well, he's definitely played less than Darnold. By that rationale, that guy hasn't gotten a fair shake either.
No, he hasn't. But how many? But he went to a couple of teams. They got rid of him in Arizona. He came to the Dolphins. The Dolphins didn't draft him. They gave up nothing for him. So it was like there was a no win, no lose. You could only win, and they didn't see it in him.
Yeah, we don't see the practice either, so we don't know.
Yeah, you just don't know.
All right, guys.
You think tuna is the answer for the Dolphins?
Tuna?
Yeah.
Did you just call him tuna, like as in tuna fish?
I like that mix. It's a porpoise with a tua.
Tuna.
I don't know. The jury's out there, dude.
I will tell you, I heard an interesting conversation with Mike Lombardi, who used to be in the Patriots organization, Raider organization, Cleveland Brown organization. And he said that he did not see Tua to be elite. He saw him as an elite leader, a smart player, a crafty player, but not a Justin Herbert, not an elite arm. He also mentioned that he throws almost all his passes inside, rarely outside, which usually speaks to arm strength, but it was quite interesting, his review of him.
I agree with what he says about him being a leader. I think he is, just because where he comes from and that team. You had to be a leader
and smart.
Yeah, and family. His head's in the right spot.
Good character guy.
Good character, exactly.
Seems like a good kid.
Elite, I don't know yet.
Yeah, he was pretty adamant that he thought he was not elite and he wasn't going to be elite.
That could take years to achieve, anyways. Even if you're gonna be it, like who's the youngest elite quarterback you've ever seen? Guy who comes in and like is elite right away.
Mahomes.
For example. But
Roethlisberger.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, Marino.
He had that defense, dude. He was game managing in the beginning,
But he was still good, dude.
but not elite. Elite. Well, I guess
Marino.
Marino was elite, like out of the womb, dude.
Messi.
I think Peyton Manning was pretty good, pretty quick.
They struggled though. They struggled a lot, dude.
He threw 26 picks in his first year.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But he still threw for 3,000. You know, he was still.
Elway.
Elway went through a lot of shit too when he first started, bro.
But mostly because he was on bad teams. But he took those crappy teams to like 4 Super Bowls.
But yes, eventually,
yeah, that was later.
Eventually. Yeah.
I remember his rookie year, he took the snap from a guard.
Yeah, but
he lined up behind the guard and took the snap.
Remember, he won his Super Bowls late in his career.
At the end.
That's what we're saying. It takes a while.
At the end.
The first Super Bowls that he went to, you know, there were blowouts, but he was carrying those teams.
Yes,
and that's, I think, when you say elite, I think that's what you really look at. Can that guy alone win you the game at times, right? And, you know.
Mahomes does that.
Mahomes does that. Rodgers does that. There's a lot of, and you could see it right away. There's not too many guys that take 7 years to be Aaron Rodgers. I guess Brett Favre is one that took a while, and there's maybe a few, but the real top ones come out pretty quickly where you know, okay, this is the guy.
Watson.
Sometimes you get fooled too. Look at RG3, dude. That guy had a tremendous rookie season, and then, you know.
That guy that you were talking about, Lombardi, is he saying Herbert's elite?
He felt that Herbert was, elite. He mentioned Burrow. He mentioned.
Did he mention Jalen Hurts?
He definitely said that he's better than Wentz. You know, that's an easy one. But I don't think he said he was elite. I mean, he's still kind of playing, right? We're still
2 games in. Yeah, it's 2 games in.
Hey, I caught myself the other day. I was on a message board somewhere, and I posted something, and then I thought about it later. I'm like, oh, that was probably pretty stupid. I made the comment that that's a prototypical quarterback, and then I started thinking about that. I'm like, what the fuck is a prototypical quarterback nowadays anyways? You know, prototypical quarterback back in the day was Dan Marino, 6'4", big arm. You know, now that's not really like, now it's like a Lamar Jackson or a Jalen Hurts or a Kyler Murray. It's
Wilson.
A Russell Wilson. You know, there's like a mobile aspect to it. Yes, you still want a guy with a good arm, but like, there's no Kurt Warners.
Well, I think, to me, and we go back to Mahomes, that's the perfect mix, right? He can run a little bit, he's mobile, but he's not running that hokey offense that Lamar Jackson runs, where he's a running back and he's rushing for 100 yards. Mahomes, to me, is closer to prototypical with a dash of modernness, a little bit mobile, running. I think he's the perfect mix, right? Then after that, you're talking about the really old guys like Breeze and, you know, Big Ben.
But Breeze is not a prototypical, though, because he's really short.
He is,
right? You would never have said that.
You know, of being a pure passer, I guess, you know?
I always think of like the size and weight and, you know, all that when I think about that.
You know who's probably that right now is Josh Allen, prototypical.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, but he can run too, dude.
Yes,
that guy runs a lot.
But he's that 6'2", 6'3" guy, strong freaking arm, solid, but he could run.
I got to tell you, that's like probably one of my, outside of Mahomes, obviously because of the obvious that he's really good, but Josh Allen to me is a badass, man.
Dude, I love him. I love his leadership, his confidence. Since last year in the playoffs, they should have beat Houston in that game, bro. But that kid learned so much in that game. I'm not surprised with what he's doing this year, dude. That kid's a baller.
Yeah, it just sucks that in our division, the AFC East, we go from the Patriots finally dying to the resurgence of the Buffalo Bills with a young quarterback and a pretty good team.
Pretty damn good team, yeah.
Yeah, I guess the point I was making is that term doesn't even get used anymore because it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
everybody said kind of, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There's not like it used to be. We want this really big guy with a big arm.
A cannon.
Who has that now? Joe Flacco? He can't, you know.
Derek Carr. That's another one. Fucking prototypical.
Yeah, that guy's
Prototypical. Comes from a great pedigree. You know,
they made a prototype of a bench that they're gonna test out on his ass soon. Is what they need a new quarterback, dude. I know you like him. He's your quarterback.
He's not gonna take him anywhere, dude. I still like him, but he's not gonna take him anywhere. He's had a good year, but dude, it doesn't matter because their defense is freaking.
By the way, just one more thing on Mike Lombardi that he touched on. You know, there was a comment that that Randy Moss said that he was the best receiver of all time. Terrell Owens was number 2, and Jerry Rice was number 3.
Yeah.
Mike Lombardi actually was in the Raiders when they traded for Randy Moss, and he was also on the San Francisco 49ers staff when they drafted Jerry Rice. And he said that, you know what, there's no way you could put Jerry Rice at number 3 because just the total package, the stats, the championships. But Mike Lombardi said this: he has never seen a faster, better, pure catcher of a football like Randy Moss.
He's the most physically gifted.
Without a doubt. But to me, Jerry Rice, I don't even argue like is he the best receiver? Like I pretty much think that guy's the best football player ever.
He's probably one. For me, it's him and Walter Payton. Those are the 2 greatest football players that I've ever seen.
For me, it's Jim Brown and him. And I didn't see Jim Brown go.
Exactly.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I did see Walter Payton. But for me, it's Jim Brown and Jerry Rice. Old school and modern era, I think those 2 guys pretty much cover it.
I won't argue that.
I'm going to open this here and taste it and give you guys my review.
Yes, looking forward to that.
The Dalmore 12, and I really like the emblem. The emblem goes back to the 1200s. Some guy, well, I'm fucking up the story already. Some guy saved like the king, and they allowed him to use this emblem as their family crest. And they later ended up buying this distillery, their family, and that's why they have it. Some of these, they came with these really cool little.
Wow.
Nice. What's the name of it?
Dalmore.
So when he told me about that name, I looked up some of their whiskeys. That they have a whiskey that's $58,000.
They have some really crazy
I call
limited editions.
I call that a bargain.
Yeah. Imagine drinking that, huh? Oh, I dropped the bottle.
Oh yeah, Lawrence Taylor's up there too, man. Top 5 for me. Definitely. Top 5. Probably the top defense.
Does that cover the upsets?
Pretty much, yeah. Those were the 2 big ones. I don't think there's been 2 big upsets like that in the same week in a long time. This smells strong.
So you're not gonna try it then?
Of course I am, dude. What are you talking about?
Well, I don't know. You know.
I will, just to shove the knife a little deeper in and to admit that I picked the Patriots just because of the statistics behind it, right? But that was a pretty nice win in breaking that dominance that Belichick had over rookie quarterbacks. Tank, you had the number. It was like 25-1 or some crazy number. Belichick and the Patriots against rookie quarterbacks. I really thought that Miami would have done a Miami on that one, but they didn't. They persevered, and it really put the stake in the heart of the Belichick vampire Patriots. At least for this year.
Now, I don't trust that old fucker. I wonder, dude, did he just throw that game to get a better draft pick? He knows they're not going to make the playoffs, you know. I wonder sometimes.
Yeah, I
About
can't
that
see
kind of
that guy
thinking.
ever throwing a game.
I can't say that either, man.
I'm being kind of facetious, but, you know,
Yeah.
not really. I don't know. Anyways, should we pick these games for next week?
Well,
Yeah.
how does it taste? How is it?
Oh, I had my first sip. I like Tua. I don't like to rush judgment, you know, so I want to, even though I did make my judgment on that guy.
Yeah, you can have a whole video judging that guy.
Okay, it's pretty fucking smooth, dude, for being, you know, I drink a lot of bourbon, mostly. That's a little easier to drink in general, right? Would you say, Bum? It goes down a little easier?
I mean, there's some fiery bourbons, but generally, bourbons are, you know, made out of corn mash, so they're sweeter. The scotches and
You see Randy.
Dude, you know what's scary about this? It's not even cold yet. I just put it in. Usually, I don't even have my first sips until that ice kind of, you know, melts a little bit in there. I'm drinking this like water right now.
that
Nice.
is dangerous.
Not like water, but this can be dangerous, I think. I'll read you real quick. A royal heritage. This is a story I was trying to tell before. A royal heritage bestowed in 1263 by the King of Scotland, the royal 12-point stag proudly adorns each bottle of the Dalmore, encapsulating the distillery's royal legacy. The art of the Dalmore for over 150 years, the Dalmore has set the standard in multi-cask maturation. Carefully composed spirit and hand-selected casks from the world's finest bodegas and wineries are expertly curated to create a sumptuous and layered whiskey of legendary finesse. Aged 12 years, the outstanding single malt, matured American white oak, ex-bourbon cask, and finessed in rare and aged Oloroso, that's usually my feet, Oloroso sherry casks. The aroma, citrus fruits, chocolate, aromatic spices. On the palate, Seville oranges, dried fruits, and hints of vanilla pod. Finishing notes, roasted coffee and dark chocolate.
They
See,
hit him already, I think.
I think I got drunk from the time I sipped it to now.
I got to tell you, I know I'm going to probably like that because there wasn't not one mention of smoke or peat in there. It was
I don't like my bourbons with pea. I don't like
berries.
They make a cigar. It's called cigar something that has that smokiness stuff you're talking about, but not this one. I think anybody would like this. Woo! All right. Anyways, we're gonna pick these games.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. First up, Friday. We got a game on Friday, December 25th, Christmas Day. I believe this game's, I don't have the times, but I think this is like a mid-afternoon game. We got the 3:30?
4:30.
4:30, thank you. Minnesota Vikings versus the New Orleans Saints. I got the Saints -7 here. Anybody want to go first? If not, I can go first.
Where's it at?
It's at New Orleans.
And the Saints are favored by 7?
Yeah.
Vikings are 6-1 against the spread in the last 7 at New Orleans.
I'll take the Vikings.
Roasted coffees and dark chocolate.
The Vikings +7?
I'm with you, bro. Show me you're all the way back. Drew Brees. No Michael Thomas. That's it, right? He's out for the year.
Well, they hope to bring him. Well, I'm sorry. Let me start by
Yeah,
saying
there's the playoffs. Yeah.
he's in my fantasy team, so he's been out most of the year. And he is scheduled to be back for the playoffs.
World's smallest violin right here for you.
Yes.
I like that.
I got my wine right here.
Like that. I gave him a bigger one.
That's
My
from Reservoir Dogs.
It's maybe this one with your pinky like that, and you go real slow.
I'll take New Orleans there.
I'm gonna go with the bum, bro. I think my boy Breeze got this.
You guys stay on that side, and me and Randy will stay on this side. Dude, you know what we should do? We should do trivia or something. We're like this side against you guys, or me and the bum against you guys. You know?
All right.
Hollywood Squares.
We'll put that in the production meeting. All right. Next up, we've got a Saturday game here. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Detroit Lions. Lions are +9. I'm assuming this game is at Detroit. I don't have the schedule in front of me. Okay.
The Lions are favored by 9?
No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah,
they're +9.5.
Yeah, they're
9.
+9. +9.
Okay.
So the Buccaneers are favored by 9.
I'll take the Lions.
I will take the Lions too in that one. Just because I hate Tom Brady.
Randy?
I got to go with Tampa Bay here, bro, because they're playing for something. My boy Antonio Brown starting to get in the mix there now. Even though they're not going to have Jones again, that's been confirmed, but they'll roll with Fournette and Shady McCoy. They could blow him out, dude.
I heard something interesting the other day. What's the quarterback for Detroit? Matthews?
Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford.
Stafford.
He might be the next New England Patriots quarterback next year. That they might be going after him. His days in Detroit might be over.
Yeah, I started to
That's
hear
interesting.
Some different quarterbacks that may float towards New England.
Mm-hmm.
I can't recall now some of the names, but I didn't hear that one.
Stafford makes sense.
How about Carson Wentz?
No. You never know, man. You never know, but I don't think so. For that, you stay with the bum you got right now.
What? That guy sucks, dude. Cam?
Yeah.
Dude, he's got like 5 touchdowns and 10 interceptions.
Dude, Wentz hasn't done shit either, dude.
Oh, no, I'm just saying. Maybe they fucking rolled the dice.
That guy like fell off the cliff in a hurry, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
And he had no receivers last year. And this year, you would think he would have been better because they got some people, even though they were hurt. He kind of flew. Yeah, last year he threw for 4,000 yards with no receiver over 500 yards. Something like that. It was like a record or some shit.
I feel like Tony Montana in that scene where they kill that guy in Colombia and he goes, that piece of shit. I never liked him.
that guy.
That's how I feel about Carson Wentz. I never liked him. First, he was like paper mache. He would get injured every year, out for the year. And then now he's healthy and he just sucks now. Like, make up your mind, dude. Are you an injury-prone guy or are you just a guy that sucks? I don't know.
It just seems like the beating he's taking is just taking its toll fast.
Hey, that's why I give a shout-out to – sorry, go ahead.
At my job, sometimes I feel like Tony Montana. But when he goes, "Que carne más carne, man."
Así viene sandwich, man.
I'm going Bucks, dude. I can't trust the
course you are.
Lions. I think Tampa Bay, you know, Tom is gonna be feeling like, damn, right, I almost lost to the Falcons. I'm gonna fucking destroy these guys.
I feel you. All right.
And I love him.
I know you do. I'm going to remove you from the show right now. All right.
Sorry. I'm sorry to hear
We're
that.
not going to have any Tom lovers here.
Oh no!
Man.
We've changed the dynamic.
What the fuck, dude?
Hey, we're back. There we go.
Everything is as it should be now.
We're
All
back.
right. Next Saturday game. We've got the don't ever say the words I love Tom Brady again, dude. I'm just
Okay, sorry.
I love you. I'm fucking throwing that out there, right?
I said I love him, though. That's what I said. You said it.
I'm going to keep going. San Francisco 49ers at the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals are favored by 3.5.
I'll take the Cardinals there.
You want the trends?
Yes.
Niners are 1-6 against the spread in their last 7. Niners are 0-5-1 against the spread in their last 6 against Arizona. And Cardinals are 6-1 against the spread in their last 7, playing on a Saturday at home.
Taking the Cardinals.
What's the record? What's San Francisco's record?
I'll tell you right now.
And
They might have like 5 wins.
okay,
Yeah, I was
so
thinking 4.
is in case anybody forgot, they were in the Super Bowl last year. Is that the biggest drop?
5-9.
5-9 on a 3 losing streak.
That used to be the norm. The losing team in the Super Bowl the following year would have a losing record. That happens a lot more than you think. So I'm gonna bet that no, that's not the worst fall. I know that's happened a lot.
They've been fucking ravaged by injuries, dude.
Like on the first game of the season, they lost like 6 players.
Yeah, they lost both right off the bat.
I still think that's a pretty good fucking team when healthy.
Oh, absolutely.
I still think they're dangerous now.
Yeah. But what are they playing with? Like a third string quarterback at this point?
Isn't
Yeah.
it Mullen? Isn't it Mullen still?
I think that guy got hurt in the
He
last.
got hurt too?
I think so in the last game.
I'm going Arizona.
I'm going Arizona.
Hey, dude, that's my lock of the week, by the way.
Cards
My luck-
minus, how much was it? 3?
3.5.
My lock is coming up next.
Oh,
The
God.
Dolphins against the Raiders, baby.
So Saturday night, primetime, Dolphins versus the Raiders. Raiders plus 2.5 here. This is in Las Vegas, but I gotta go with the fucking hometown team, dude. We're playing with some. Is Carr gonna play?
Don't know. I haven't heard.
Yo, let me give you these numbers.
Hit it.
Dolphins are 11-2 against the spread in their last 13. They're 11-3-1 against the spread in their last 15 against the Raiders. They're 15-6 against the spread in their last 21 against an AFC opponent. And they are 8-2-1 against the spread in their last 11 as favorites.
Wow.
What's the spread?
2.5.
I'm going Fins.
I'm going Dolphins lock of the week.
I'm going. Oh, really? Wow! Didn't see that one.
What a shocker, right?
Whoa.
Going out on a limb there.
Are you making this unanimous, Bum, or what?
I am. So far, the luck for the Dolphins has been me picking against them. So I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to pick the Raiders.
Do you really believe that?
No.
And it was 2.5. You said right? 2.5.
Yeah.
So you really think the Dolphins are going to cover?
You'd
but
rather
you think
take the loss so the Dolphins could take the W.
You think by you picking the Raiders, that'll make the Dolphins win?
Yes.
You know, several of the Dolphins players tune into this and swear and live by this.
Yes, that fires them up when they hear him say that.
I will say, though, that I think they have a better chance if Carr starts than Mariota.
Mariota will
think
probably
so.
give them fits.
I agree with you.
Mariota will give fits to that defense.
No, that defense doesn't fuck around, dude. That defense is fucking badass, dude.
That's like it's approaching 85 Bears defense, right?
I don't know about that.
Hey.
What are you drinking, bro? What
I
are you
want some
drinking?
of whatever Hialeah's
Yeah,
drinking.
what are you drinking?
Tuna, baby, it's tuna time.
I don't even get the reference of 85 Bears, but I'm offended.
It's a historic defense, one of the best of all time.
Yes.
But the Dolphins did beat them in '85.
When does this historic defense that the Dolphins are building, when do they get a nickname?
They never get defensive. Well, no, I shouldn't say that.
They had the no-name defense.
They had the no-name
They
defense.
had the Killer Bees.
They had the Killer Bees.
Yes.
That Jason Taylor era, Zach Thomas era didn't really have a nickname.
Weren't they the Miami Pound Machine one time?
That's
That
Randy
kinda sounds
when he
right.
has a few drinks.
I don't remember that, but that kind of sounds like a defense.
Or was that a porn I was watching?
Yeah.
The Miami Pound.
The Miami Pound Machine.
Yeah, that's some local porn you were watching. I don't think that was the name of the team.
I think if you look that up, there may be even a poster that has that reference.
But that wasn't nearly as famous as the other ones. Right?
Oh no.
That it was definitely worthy of a nickname. What name did they give to that? And I think this may have been a short-lived nickname. That Dolphin team with the orange pumpkin jerseys that beat the Patriots as big underdogs. You know what game I'm talking about?
I do, and actually, there's a YouTube video on it, and it references the name that I think you're alluding to. I just don't remember it.
I found a post that says that it was from the late 80s, early 90s Dolphins defense, that it came from the band that Gloria Estefan started, the Miami Pound Machine.
The Miami Pound Machine.
Yes.
Yeah. So, anybody have any ideas if you were going to nickname the defense?
That era.
Huh?
I must have missed that era.
Yeah, I don't remember the name. Okay, if anybody has any suggestions for the defense, we'll take them later.
Next show. If
that defense is the defensive backfield is the fucking Miami pick machine, dude. Because fucking how many picks does Howard have? 8?
9.
9. Jesus, you rarely see double digits.
He's the only Pro Bowler too on the whole Dolphins team.
Wow.
Like a former Pro Bowler?
No, current.
Oh, they already announced the Pro Bowl?
Yes, and he's the only one that went.
In the whole team?
Yes, I believe that's the case.
Wow.
Who else would you put in there?
Tuna, bro.
I would have put the other corner probably, but he was hurt a couple games.
Jones?
Dude, fucking Baker's badass, dude. I love that guy.
Yeah, that guy's scrappy, man.
I don't know about Pro Bowl status, but he's one of my favorite.
There's no
and I have to say, that guy Kyle Van Noy hasn't been that horrible.
You got to see he's against, though. That's the thing about the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I'm just telling you some of my favorite. I like fucking Van Winkle, dude. That guy's come up with some huge fucking plays, dude.
What about Pappy? What about Pappy Van Winkle? You know that, John? Pappy Van Winkle?
Pappy Van Winkle?
Yeah.
I don't know him personally, if that's what you're asking.
Have you ever heard of it? It's a very expensive. Let me see if I can show the screen real quick. It's a Scotch, right?
I think so, yeah.
Beachfront A1A, Beachfront Avenue.
The Miami Pound Machine.
Hey, we were doing picks, right?
Yeah.
Sidetracked.
There's Pappy Van Winkle.
Wow. I'll have to investigate that.
$3,000 a bottle. Sweet.
Next up, we're going to move into the Sunday games. The Browns versus the Jets. The Jets plus 10.5 here at home.
Wow. Has Cleveland beaten anybody by 10 points this year?
Let's see.
I'm going to take the Browns.
Yes, the Giants by 19.
I'll take the Browns just to speed this up.
And Washington by 14.
Wow. Look at Tank with the info.
Who do you got here, Tank?
Let's speed it up. I'll go with the Browns.
All right. I'm going against all of you guys. I'm taking the Jets.
Tank, you know, when the guys are doing the games, the commentators, you got the play-by-play guy, you have the color guy, and there's always a stats guy behind them giving them all the information. So you're doing a great job with that.
Thanks, man.
Well, you know why he's called Tank, right?
No, I don't.
Not because I'm built like one.
Well, that's probably what people think, but no. I mean, in the Matrix, the guy who plugs them into the Matrix and kind of gives them information is Tank.
Oh,
Remember?
yes.
That's where the name came from.
All
Guys,
right.
something's wrong with Hialeah.
I was thinking Will Ferrell.
I was thinking you were having a seizure for a second. I don't know what the fuck.
Stroke.
And he takes off his clothes and he starts doing the tank. He starts doing the tank as he's drinking.
In what movie?
Oh my god!
The college one?
Yeah, the college one.
Old school.
Old school. Yeah. They call him Tank, and he's like controlling the tank.
That should be my intro every time.
Yeah. Hey, we got a couple of questions here. Allen or Watson? This guy's obviously, like me, playing in the Super Bowl. Marcus, Tamez. We're going to give you some good advice right now, Marcus. If this is your first time on, thank you for coming. Hit the like and subscribe. That'll help the show. And, Bum, you're the old expert in fantasy.
Man.
Or you may just be old, but
Who are they playing?
we'll let you go first.
Who are they playing though? Who's Buffalo playing? And who's
They're playing the
Buccaneers?
stinking New England Patriots.
Yeah, I would go with Allen on this myself, even though I think Watson is playing Jacksonville or another cupcake team. I forget who.
The Bengals, who are, I would not classify them as cupcake of late.
I'd go with Allen. Better team, even though they may have a big lead and maybe they kind of lay off, but I have a feeling they'll want to put it to the division rival Patriots, so I'm going with Allen.
I'm gonna agree with you there. And Allen, we mentioned he likes to run. You're gonna get some running points. You might get a running touchdown. Fucking Dolphins carved up that defense for 250 yards rushing. Even Tua got some rushing yardage and at least two touchdowns rushing?
I
That he
know
got off them?
one. Yeah, for sure one.
Yeah, one, maybe even two. I'm not sure, but
I think
yeah.
they're playing the Bengals.
Yeah, that would be definitely my play. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'll go Allen.
I'm going Allen as well, dude. Watson just doesn't have anybody to throw it to, dude.
No, man.
Unless it's David Johnson out of the backfield for 11 catches, but
He's
I'm going Allen. He's just hot right now. He started the season hot, went in a little low, and now he's hot again.
Okay, we got Jimmy J here.
And they got something to play for.
Yes. We got Jimmy J here. Welcome, Jimmy J. He needs a flex, and he has pretty much every single player in the NFL on his team, apparently. Mike Evans, A.J. Brown, or Marvin Jones. Starting Jefferson and A.J. Brown along Aaron Jones and Derrick Henry. Also have Rodgers or Hurts. First ship? I'm not sure what first ship means.
I'll go Rodgers over
First
Hurts.
championship.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, congratulations, bro.
I'll go Rodgers over
Nice,
Hurts.
man.
And I will go with
I
Mike
always think chip instead of ship. I
Yeah.
don't know why.
and I'll go Mike Evans, even though Marvin Jones has been sneaky good the last few weeks, man.
Yeah, I like Rodgers, obviously, because I own him in 75 leagues. I like Jefferson, A.J. Brown, you can't sit, and Mike Evans.
I think go with your guns. You probably drafted Mike Evans in the 3rd round. Just go with them.
Yo, go. What do you say? Something got him to the Super Bowl, right?
Stick
Go
with
with
it.
those.
Yeah, you definitely can't sit Brown. He's got a fucking mouth-watering, probably high-scoring barn burner with the Packers there.
Yeah. That guy's a
you know,
beast, man. That guy reminds me of Terrell Owens.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's solid. He's well built.
So I guess I would leave Jones out, obviously.
Yeah,
and then Roger.
The guy I don't like there is Jones, really. Watch him explode, but yeah, I don't. And
How about the quarterback situation?
Well, he's starting Jones. He's starting Jones and Henry as his running backs.
Yeah.
No, I meant Marvin Jones.
Oh, Marvin Jones.
Right,
okay.
right. Yeah, he's got a couple of Jones.
Sorry.
He's also kind of asking about Rodgers or Hurts. Dude, a lot of people are playing Hurts in the Super Bowl. Not a lot, but there's people that are playing him. Would you be able to sit Aaron Rodgers for Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl of all things?
No way.
No, dude.
No way.
If you start Hurts and he bombs and Rodgers goes off, you're gonna freaking kill yourself. If you start Rodgers and let's say Hurts goes off, dude, you won't feel as bad, dude. You gotta go with your guns, bro.
You couldn't call that. You can't call Hurts going off.
Look, if you start Hurts and he's good, people say you're a genius.
Yeah.
Right? But if you sit Rodgers, you're an idiot. So.
You're an idiot. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's ever going to say you were an idiot for not starting Hurts. They're going to be like, holy shit, you had him and he went off. It's all about that floor and the ceiling. And Aaron Rodgers' floor is way higher than Jalen Hurts' floor. And, maybe their ceilings are, could be, but you got a sweet spot with Rodgers that he pretty much is guaranteed to get you on a game that, again, I think is going to be a high-scoring game with the Titans. So let's not get cute,
Yeah, don't get cute. Perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, there is a philosophy out there that says out of your roster, you should pick one spot where you do get cute. There's people that go by that.
Right.
It's usually a flex where you do maybe a reach or you play your upside in hopes that somebody blows up. But it shouldn't only be one spot, and it should never be for an obvious horse.
Dude, I've seen people asking on some of the fantasy pages I belong to, would you start Hurts over Russell Wilson? Like, there's people asking that question, which is crazy. I say no. What else do we have here? He's giving us more information. Carson, Taylor, Gibson, Gaskin, Fournette, Jeff, Wilson, Bell, Metcalf. Need 2 running back and a flex, non-PPR. Gaskin, I'm not so fucking sure about anymore because Ahmed has been in the – yes, but Ahmed's fucking balling, dude, and he's going to be in the mix, dude. Gaskin may be relegated to third down back duties. He's not going to be a full-blown horse there, I don't think.
Yeah.
Fournette is probably going to get the carries.
I'm going to go with Fournette. They're playing Detroit, and Detroit's run defense isn't the best.
I would say that too. I think Gibson is still hurt, though.
I believe so. From Antonio, right?
Yes.
Which one's Taylor?
Redskins, right?
Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, John. Oh, you know what? I would go Taylor, Fournette, and in the flex, is that Metcalf the receiver from Seattle?
It has to be, right?
I would take Metcalf, Taylor, and Fournette.
No, it's the other Metcalf.
Which one?
Yeah.
Eric
Metcalf.
It's Eric Metcalf.
Oh, so he'll be returning
Decaf.
Decaf Metcalf.
He's playing legacy fantasy football. Yeah, Metcalf, I don't know, dude. That guy, you shouldn't even be asking. He should be in there.
Yeah, I would take Taylor.
Come on, Marcus.
Fournette,
You're in the
Metcalf.
Super Bowl, dude.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with Hialeah there. Taylor, Fournette. And by the way, Fournette is probably not going to give you a lot of yardage. His thing is totally touchdown dependent. You would think he's going to score against Detroit. So I'd go with Hialeah here. Taylor, Fournette, and Metcalf.
Yeah, that's your best bet.
I agree. Fournette's going to get those goal line carries. He's going to get the line share of the touches. Gaskin, I would stay away from him for, this final week, Yeah, I think we're in agreement. Thanks for tuning in, Marcus. Go ahead and give us a like and a subscribe. That way you know who to blame when you either win or lose your championship game. Let's move on to the next game.
Yeah.
Call all kinds of names.
We're
I
on.
have everybody's address here.
Who are we on?
To you. Don't worry about it.
We're on Falcons.
Next
Chiefs.
game is the. No, that's coming up. I'm on. Why am I not?
All right.
Why am I not sharing? I don't think I'm using the same one that I gave you guys.
That's okay, man. Just go ahead.
I got Bengals Texans here.
Okay, that's fine.
Bengals Texans.
Where's it at?
Houston. They're favored by 9.
No.
And it's Houston and who?
The Bengals.
Yeah, I got the Bengals, dude. They've been playing tough, dude. The
Yeah.
Texans
I
haven't
can't get
improved.
used to 9 points, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll take the Bungles.
Same.
I bet this line is going down.
It should.
But right
That
now,
money's
it's
got to be
9.
coming in on
But
Cincinnati.
right now, it's 9, and that's what we're sticking to.
Yeah.
Yes. Tank, did you make a pick?
Yeah. Bengals.
Unanimous decision. Next up, Colts versus the stinking Pittsburgh Steelers. They are somehow favored by 2.5 points. Is this team one and done in the playoffs? Do you guys think so?
It
Yeah.
depends on the matchup.
I think so.
I'm going to go on the record right here. 11:28 p.m., December 23rd, episode 61, Young Bucks Old Goats podcast. Pittsburgh Steelers will be one and done in the playoffs. I'm taking the Colts.
What's the line?
2.
2.5.
I'll
Pittsburgh's
take the Colts too.
Pittsburgh's favored. I'm taking the Colts.
Yes, sir.
I'm taking the Colts.
Copycat.
I can't lose.
All right.
I'm gonna take the Steelers.
What are you, Parker Lewis?
Yeah. What are you looking
You're
at?
gonna take
4
the
eyes?
Steelers.
I'm looking at. How did you know I was looking at you?
One of your eyes was looking at him. All right. Next up, we got the Bears at the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are plus 7.5, so Bears are favored by 7.5. I'm always going first. I'll let somebody else go first. You got any trends you want to give us?
I'm going Bears.
I am also going with the Bears. I picked the Bears last week when everybody was thinking Minnesota was going to beat them. I think they're playing well. They're actually in the playoff mix, so I'll take them. Bears.
Bears are
The
Bears
Bears.
are 3-11 against the spread as favorites. I'm gonna go Jaguars, man. I think they keep all their games relatively close. What'd you say the point? I have 7.5 on mine. What does yours say?
7.5.
Yeah.
No,
7.5.
yeah. I'm gonna go Jaguars.
I'm with you, bro. I think the Jaguars are kind of hanging tough in some games, and they're at home, and they're gonna keep it close. I think. I don't think they're gonna fucking win, but I think they'll keep it close. That 0.5 point put me over the edge. All right, so that's a split decision there. Next up, Carolina Panthers at the Washington Football Team. Washington Football Team is favored by 2.5 points.
Panthers
up?
are 6-0 against the spread in the last 6 on the road, and Panthers are 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 when playing as underdogs. Alex Smith is still not back.
I do not believe so.
No, I don't think so.
Who's their quarterback? Haskins?
Yes. Oh, it didn't. Isn't there a big
A
problem
brouhaha.
with him right now?
Yeah, there's a big brouhaha with him with the mask. Not wearing the mask, got a strip joint.
I'm going
With who?
Panthers. That gave it up.
Haskins, they caught him at a strip joint called I think it was Washington Pound. Washington
Pound machine.
the Washington Pound machine without a mask. So he's getting like fined or some shit.
Yeah, he got fined $40,000 for visiting a strip club.
Well, James Harden got fined $50,000 for being without his mask somewhere. Look, Alex Smith says he absolutely plans on playing on Sunday.
Yeah, and I just saw that Antonio Gibson got in a limited practice, so that's why that guy had him on his possibilities of starting.
Yeah, dude, but don't you kind of shy away from that limited and
Yeah,
shit?
yeah,
Especially with some of the options he had. He had some pretty good options.
yeah. No, absolutely.
What was the line? 2.5?
Yeah,
That's right.
I'm taking Washington.
I'm going Panthers.
I'm going Washington football team here, especially if Alex Smith plays.
I'm gonna go Washington also.
And the Miami Pound Machine.
The Washington Pound Machine.
Let's bring back the Miami Pound Machine.
Let's
Should
bring
we get a shirt?
strawberries back to Hialeah.
Was that that was before my time, probably.
Strawberries are like $4 a pound at BJ's.
He's talking about pounding some other type of strawberries, I think.
Wasn't that an African American club?
Dude, that was Luke's club in Hialeah, bro. Right on 9th Street.
Uncle Luke?
Yeah, Uncle Luke. It's right on 9th. It was right across. You remember where Casanova's was on 9th Street? That it used to be by a bowling alley. Strawberry,
right? Or something.
Yeah, on 9th Street. It was 9th Street and Lejeune. And then Strawberries was in the shopping center right in front.
Yeah,
That area was kind of hot back in the day. That was like bring your gun and switchblade with you area.
Yeah.
How about Club Rolex?
Oh yeah, Rolex. Is that still there? That's next to Miami-Dade North, ain't it?
yes. And on the way to the stadium, the goat and I would always see it and say if we ever visited there, we'd have to get our Uzis in there.
Yeah, if you don't bring your Uzi, they provide one for you at the door when you walk in.
And I believe now they sanitize them.
Yeah, they're all sprayed down. Yeah.
It
Club
wasn't that
Rolex.
funny. Nah, just kidding. That was funny as fuck, bro.
Giants at the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are favored by 9.5.
I'm going Ravens.
Ravens by 9.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take them.
Is Colt McCoy still playing there?
He played last week.
Yeah, the Giants. Yeah,
He looks old, man.
he does.
Oh, McCoy?
I didn't even recognize him when I saw him.
Yeah. He looked like a coach that put on a helmet.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not really sure who's going to play, apparently. I like that guy, dude. Tough backup. Wouldn't mind having that guy as my backup. I'm going to take the Giants, dude. I'm going to say they keep it close. And they are playing for something.
I'm gonna go Ravens, bro. The Giants have lost their last two by 15 or more.
Tank with the insight.
That's a tough streak to keep going, though, Tank.
Not for the Giants.
Okay. If anybody can do it, the Giants can.
Not for the
if
Giants.
anybody can-
Eli Manning.
If anybody can blow a game, it's these guys. Atlanta Falcons versus the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are favored by 10.5 at home. I know the fucking Chiefs have not been covering games, Tank. You're going to tell me that in a minute. I know that's a lot of points. I know all of these things. I'm still going to take the Chiefs.
I would not be surprised if this is a shootout, but one thing that's for sure that's going to happen is that Atlanta's going to find a way to lose. So I'll take the Chiefs.
I'm taking the Chiefs as well.
I'm going Atlanta. They've been keeping it close, and the Chiefs are winning, but they're 0-5-1 against the spread in their last 6.
This is when they break that streak. Is this week?
They got to blow somebody out eventually.
Tank getting wrapped up in the analytics.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
I like it.
All right. Next up, Broncos at the Chargers. Chargers are favored by 3 here. Broncos did beat the Chargers the first go around, right?
This is a division game.
Yes. What was the line? 3?
3.
I'm taking the Chargers.
And it's where?
San Diego.
Chargers.
LA. That's the Chargers.
I'm taking the Chargers too.
I'll take the Chargers.
I'm going Chargers. Chargers only lost by 1 the last go around, and it was a last-second touchdown.
All right. Next up, we've got the Los Angeles Rams at the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks are favored by 2.5. Rams are coming off fucking embarrassing loss to the Jets.
I think they should play better, but is this the the stake in the heart of the Rams here with a desperate Seattle team? That's what I would figure here. What's the spread?
2.5.
2.5.
Yeah, I'll take Seattle.
I'm taking Seattle as well. I don't trust golf.
I'm going Seahawks. I can't really put my trust into golf.
I'm taking the Seahawks too. This game is basically for first place because they would, if the Rams win, they would end up with the same record, 10-5. Seahawks have clinched the playoff berth, so it means a little more to the Rams, I guess. I don't recall what happened the first go around with these two teams.
Don't remember.
Let me look that up real quick.
The Rams won 23-16.
Okay. All right, we're all.
This division last year was a freaking meat grinder. And San Francisco, playing in top form. Arizona, Rams, Seattle.
Is this the toughest division in football?
Dude, if it wasn't for 49ers and all those injuries,
it would be.
And I think it might still be even with that.
Yeah.
Dude, because all the other NFC divisions kind of suck.
Because even the 49ers, they're still playing tough, dude, with all those injuries, bro.
And they could smack you in the mouth if you let your guard down.
Definitely.
Wow, the
that
Niners
AFC North is probably the toughest division in the AFC.
The AFC South should be renamed the AFC Ass Division.
Yeah. Terrible.
Wow.
All right, moving on. Next game, we've got the Eagles at the Cowboys. Eagles are favored by 1.5 here.
And somebody goes and wins the division with it. Who's in? Damn, you just showed it. Who's in the lead in that division right now? Why?
The Washington football team.
Jesus.
I'm taking the Eagles. What's the spread?
1.5.
1.5.
I'm taking the Eagles. Is that the Monday night game?
No.
Is that the Sunday night game?
No.
Is that the Sunday afternoon game?
Yes.
Is that being played this week?
It is a football game. I'm taking the Eagles too, man. Jalen Hurts is going off. I think they could still even win that division potentially.
You know what? I am going to take the Cowboys because the Eagles remind me too much of the Falcons. It's a bird that continues to find ways to lose.
But Jalen Hurts is there now, dude.
It always rises up from the ashes.
That would be a Phoenix. Long division.
It says the Eagles have been road favorites twice this year and lost 27-17 in both the games.
But that was Wentz.
Sorry. Okay, then I'll go the Eagles then.
But Dallas has, I think, have won 2 back-to-back games in big time fashion. So
yeah, that was a miracle. Who the fuck's gonna win that division?
the Cardinals.
No, the NFC East.
Dwayne Haskins at the freaking strip joint.
At the Washington Pound Machine.
He's the big winner.
Rising from the ashes.
That's a feeling.
All right. Yeah, I know. Next up, Titans at the Packers. Packers are favored by 3.5. This should be a fucking fun game, dude.
Yes.
Is that the Sunday night game?
This is a Sunday night game.
That's a nice Sunday night game, dude.
It is.
Do you think the Titans are built to get into a shootout?
No, but they're built to keep you out of a shootout, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. They're built to offset your wanting to get them into a shootout with that fucking beast of a man who will fucking hit you on the head and throw you on the floor, Derrick Henry.
Tannehill.
The thing that Titans need is their defense needs to be stronger, and they'd be scary, bro.
It's a tough game to pick.
What was the spread?
3.5 Packers at home.
I'm going Titans.
I'm going Titans.
I'm going Packers.
You know what is scary though? The Miami Pound machine.
Yeah.
That is scary.
I'm going to take the Packers too, man. I think at home, fucking Aaron Rodgers, very savvy.
Nice and cool. Will it be snowing?
Probably, and they probably will be able to lure them into that shootout game that they don't really want to be into.
Even if it's not
Okay.
so cold, bro.
Actually, this could end up being a power football game because Green Bay is not very good against the run. And Aaron Jones is pretty damn good also. So who knows? It could be a running affair, especially if the weather's bad.
It's definitely going to be cold.
I wonder what the weather's going to be like. Let's see. I guess we just need to check Green Bay weather forecast. Am I showing that?
No.
No.
Is that Sunday?
Wait, there you were.
Got it.
You were.
There.
Sunday.
Good thing I wasn't browsing porn on the Windows. I didn't think I was sharing it.
34. Maybe it'll be in the 20s.
What's the 10-day forecast look like?
I mean,
Oh, yeah, that's
are we
when
going to be? Are we going to be in Green Bay 10 days from now?
It's
well, you're looking at Wednesday
Oh, okay. There you go.
or Thursday. You're looking at Thursday.
So
Well, the game will be played right here on Sunday the 27th.
So
We got a high of 34 and a low of 21.
it snows about at 19 or 20 usually. We'll see. I'll take the pack still.
And it's a night game. Remember that.
We might get a little bit of the flurries because, look, Monday, they're expected a high of 25 and a low of 18. So, maybe in the overnight, this game, maybe late into the game. I don't know why I'm pretending to be a weatherman right now.
I have no idea either.
All right, let's move on. Monday Night Football. Dun, 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 dun. Buffalo Bills, John's favorite quarterback, Josh Allen, versus a sorry-ass quarterback, Cam Newton. The Patriots are 7-point underdogs in this game at home. When's the last time that happened?
I believe that the biggest blowout in NFL history was like the St. Louis Cardinals or something like in the 40s, 73-0. I wish that this game broke that record in favor of the Buffalo Bills.
I happen to know that game, and I think that was even a Super Bowl, and I think that was the Redskins, dude, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was the Cardinals and the Redskins, and it was like 73-0 or something.
It's not the Cardinals. It's the Bears. It's one of those three teams.
They might have beat the Bears. It's the 1940 National Football Championship game, sometimes referred to simply as 73-0, and it was against the Bears. You're right, Hialeah.
Okay.
We recapped that in our football.
The Bears in Washington or the Bears and the Cards?
Washington beat the Bears 73-0.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Other way around. Bears beat the Redskins 73-0.
Okay. I would like for that record to be broken. The Bills beating the Patriots 74-0.
Dude, that was a championship game. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, dude. But
I remember the old 55-3 that the Broncos lost, 55 to something very low.
55-10.
The 10.
Yeah, 10 against the 49ers.
No, was it the 49ers or the Bears? What was?
No, it was the 49ers.
The 49ers?
That was that time. That era,
Bears,
the Niners were blowing out everybody.
Yeah, the Bears beat the Patriots
Patriots
like 42-10,
to 10. Yeah.
something like that.
I'm gonna go Bills on this one.
Me too, Bills.
I'm going Bills. We have who's giving their locks? I know Tank gave his lock even before we started.
This is my lock of the week.
The GOAT gave his lock.
Go gave his lock. Boom, you're saying the Bills is the lock?
The Bills are the lock.
I'm gonna go.
Any day now, bro.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Chargers. No, you know what? I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Chargers.
The Chargers are not playing in this game.
I didn't say that was my lock.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Everybody picked the Bills here. My bad.
I picked the Bills, but I'm going. I'll put the Chargers as my lock.
It's the whiskey with the sweet caramel coffee chocolate that has some.
That must have been the Seville oranges that got me there for a second. The Chargers. Who the fuck? All right.
At Stag.
As the show goes on, you're gonna see different horns coming out of my head. I recommend it, guys. I don't know. It's pretty fucking good.
Go
Hey, so now we're gonna do the 80s.
No. You see?
Who is
He's
this
like
guy?
that old. He's like that old person. I gotta watch out. Like, and then that's why I thought the Chargers thing. I was like, no, he's not even playing. And then, like, you get. So.
I get disoriented.
Yes, I know. This is episode 61, by the way. That's it for the picks. Episode 61. What do you guys think of when you think of the number 61?
The home run.
Good one.
That's like the first thing that pops in my head.
Yeah.
The home run record.
Did you ever see the HBO? That was a great
Billy Crystal.
miniseries on Roger Maris and what was the other guy's name?
He was playing. He was chasing Babe Ruth's record. He was playing with Mickey Mantle.
Right.
They were both kind of chasing that 61 record at the same time. It's a good movie. 61. Billy Crystal did it.
Yeah, and it was Thomas Jane and Barry Pepper as Mantle and Maris, which that was pretty cool. They were before they were really known actors. Really good miniseries or whatever that was.
It was like a little HBO movie. What do you know Thomas Paine and Billy Pepper for more when you hear about those guys?
Thomas Jane is the Punisher.
The Punisher, right? Like the first Punisher movie.
I know him from his short-lived 2-season show called Hung.
Oh yes, that too.
Is that from the Miami Pound Machine?
He was hung like he was hung. He was a escort.
Okay, so it is a Miami Pound Machine type thing.
Now Barry Pepper.
Oh, he also did The Mist.
Yes.
Dude, I think I'm blitzed.
Stephen King, The Mist.
He did The Mist.
Now Barry Pepper, kind of hard to think of some of the things he was in.
I don't know who that is.
You know what I know him for? What I picture him in my head? He's that fucking sniper on the tower in Is he in Saving Private Ryan?
Is he that guy, the sniper in Saving Private Ryan?
I believe he is.
Hey, he might be the sniper from Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah,
and he has that
Tank. I believe you're right. He's the sniper.
You know what movie? What else? Now I know who he is. He was also
and he says that little prayer. Remember that little prayer he says before he shoots somebody?
He was also in the John Travolta movie with the aliens that was like based the L. Ron Hubbard book that he wrote.
I never watched that.
I didn't either, but he was in that movie. I remember seeing him with all those weird. He was like a human in that world or some shit.
What was that thing called? Earth.
Fuck, I don't know. It was Travolta. It was the other guy.
That is like rated one of the worst movies of all time I never saw.
Horrible.
That's his filmography there, guys.
Where is it?
Oh, Green Mile, dude. He's in the Green Mile.
The guards. He's one of the guards.
Yes.
Battlefield Earth.
Battlefield Earth.
Is that it?
Yeah, Battlefield Earth. That's the name of the movie.
Flags of
He
Our
was in
Father.
He was in Titanic.
But this is not the original Titanic, is it? This is like a mini series.
Oh, okay. Oh, 2-part television.
Yeah.
We Were Soldiers with Mel Gibson.
Oh, that was a good movie.
That was a real good movie. I like that movie a lot.
True story.
He was in Flags of Our Fathers. That was good.
Pretty good. I don't want to say B or let's say supporting. Pretty good supporting actor, this guy.
True Grit.
Would you say?
I'll tell you what, he has a great sports name, man. What a great middle linebacker Barry Pepper would be, right? That's a great name for a football player.
Almost like what was that guy for the Giants?
Hialeah has a hairy pepper.
Pepper Johnson. What?
Pepper Johnson.
Pepper Johnson. I got pepper on my Johnson.
That would motivate
He
you.
was a Giants linebacker, right? New
Yeah.
York Giants?
Yeah.
And then I think he went to Cleveland too.
Yes, I believe you're right.
Yes. So 61, a couple other things about 61. Numerology. If you study numerology, it has who the fuck studies numerology? But yes, this is my little Walter Mercado bit right here. 61 is a number with a lot of energy. It's a nurturing number of family and close friends. And it also has to do with the planet Venus and new beginnings. So I like to think I'm with friends and family here. And we really want a new beginning, hopefully early next year. So let's hope the number 61 here at the end of the year can maybe usher in
You
some
know what
new
else?
beginnings.
You know what else it has? Mucho.
2 numbers.
Mucho
amor.
Hialeah, aren't
Sobre
you
todo.
61?
I'm 51.
Oh.
Almost.
Almost?
I'm right there. I got 10 years to go.
I got you beat, brother. I'll make you feel young every time on this show.
I know. That's why I love having you on.
Makes you feel like a young buck.
I'm a young buck tonight. Oh,
Have you guys heard of this python situation we have going on?
Yes.
I beg your pardon?
Eating pythons.
This is not a Miami pound machine situation here. This is
Okay, I thought it was a segue to that.
no. This is, although a lot of things are tying into that. Burmese pythons in the Everglades and stuff, they have some new dogs that are helping track them down. They're even investigating to see if the mercury levels are low enough that they can be consumed.
Well,
so, like, python may be on the menu soon.
I saw a link recently of a lady who specializes just in cooking python, and one of the things that she says is just like excellent is python eggs. The eggs, she does them like poached with a sauce, and she says it's like incredible.
C'est magnifique.
Yeah, we got a fantasy question.
All right, let's hit it. What's up, Trey S? Thanks for joining. Ben couldn't get me 12 points to make both ships, but I did make it to 1. Big question, full PPR, choose 3. Marvin Jones, Melvin Gordon, Godwin, Jacobs, Swift, or DJ Moore? Oof.
Exactly.
Let's use the process of elimination here.
This
Who do
goes
you not want?
This goes back to that thing I was saying last week, that when these are your choices, you're bound to make a mistake.
All right, I'm not looking at my screen, but if you guys want to look up any of these guys to see what they're kind of doing, I have Yahoo open there. Let me look at Swift real quick.
I own Melvin Gordon in 2 leagues, and I know that he's been hot as of late. He's playing the Chargers, but these are all tough picks. Jacobs is going to be playing the Dolphins, and they really have been stout.
I'm going Marvin Jones, Melvin Gordon, and DJ Moore.
But look at Swift, dude. The last couple games,
Has he been playing? I thought he was out.
dude. He had 2 touchdowns last week and a touchdown the week before.
They play who? Tampa. Tampa's got a good defense, right?
I'm going
They
to go.
do play Tampa, and yeah, they're pretty good.
I'm going to go Melvin Gordon, Godwin, and DJ Moore.
And I'm going Marvin Jones, Melvin Gordon, and DJ Moore.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put Jones in there. I'm gonna put Swift in there, dude. He's been playing well, and then I'll go with Godwin. Although, fuck. So are we sitting Jacobs?
He's playing the Dolphins.
I'm sitting Jacobs.
Wow. This is
He's been boomer bust this year, man.
Yeah, this is tough.
This is a fucking clusterfuck, my man, Trey.
Okay, so Hialeah, if we adopt your go with the horses, what does go with the horses here look like?
Godwin, Jacobs, and DJ Moore.
Correct.
Dude, Swift is pretty Look at Swift. You wouldn't say he's on the hot hand tip?
But did he even play last week?
I guess Randy said he did. He scored 2 touchdowns.
Are you guys seeing my screen?
No.
All right. This is Swift the last couple weeks here.
He hasn't played. Go up a little bit. I can't see it with the comment.
No, bro. December 20, dude.
I can't see it with the comment.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Let me remove his comment for a second.
Okay, he scored in the last 2 weeks. Okay.
Yes.
It's a tough call, man. I'm going Marvin Jones instead of Swift on this one.
Yeah, and they're playing
Tampa.
Do you think that they're going to be running the football a lot, or are they going to be playing from behind?
I think they're going to be
But
playing.
Swift catches a lot of passes too.
Marvin Jones has been hot as well.
I know, but look, dude, 28 points, 8, 26 points, 10, 9, 23, 13. He's all over the place, dude.
I'm going with him, man. It's a tough call. It's a tough call.
Who's the other choices there that are on the border?
I guess if I wanted to morph this into the middle ground, I'd say then DJ Moore, Swift, and Godwin.
Gordon's been pretty good too.
Put in Godwin.
Let's see. Godwin, there's so much shit going on. You know, you got Antonio Brown, you got Evans. See, he got you 13, then 4, and then, yeah, you're getting double digits, and then 7, and then I guess he missed some games. He's definitely got a good matchup, dude, right?
Yeah.
Good matchup for Godwin with the Lions.
Yeah, dude, it's Evans, it's Godwin, it's Brown, it's Gronk. I would take Gronk over everybody else on that team right now.
Hey, Gronk has quietly been pretty good. All right, let's try to give this man a final verdict on this here. So, Trey, by the way, where are you tuning in from, Trey, if you don't mind? Because you just called us mate, and that's pretty cool. So I'm just curious if you're out in Australia or the UK or over here.
Maybe you got a boat.
Who could we all agree on?
DJ Moore? Melvin Gordon?
Melvin Gordon? Can we all agree on that?
No, I don't.
What about DJ Moore? What about DJ Moore? Winchester.
I gotta have Swift in there.
Okay.
Do you
and
agree?
I think I gotta have Marvin Jones.
And you want Marvin Jones?
Yeah.
So both you're doubling up on that Lions offense.
I'm playing that matchup that I think they're going to be throwing a lot, and Swift is going to be catching some of those.
Okay.
I'll let you guys.
I think I
Whatever.
heard you say Marvin Jones too.
I'll go Marvin Jones, Melvin Gordon, and DJ Moore. Those are my three.
I'll take DJ Moore too as my third one.
Okay.
And what's your verdict, Bum?
I was gonna go DJ Moore, Melvin Gordon, and Godwin.
There you go. Where is Winchester, by the way? He said he's in Winchester.
I think that's England. I think.
There may be a
Really, dude? How are those? What's up with that new COVID strain you got down there, Trey? What can you tell us about that? Just curious. If you can give us any download.
Winchester in the Carolinas.
Yeah, I'm not sure, dude. I just asked because he said mate, so I thought like maybe he's from.
I'm aware, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Well, there's a Winchester in England.
Oh no, I know that, but I think there may be one in the States too.
I'm thinking Trey's out in the UK. I don't know. So
Winchester, Virginia.
But no, dude, he hasn't confirmed or not. Would you guys eat some python, or have you eaten some python?
Oh, look, he is from England.
UK.
Yeah.
I would not, and I feel very adamant about this. I will stay away from eating lizards. That's just me.
I gotta say, I saw a very.
I'm sorry, reptiles.
I saw a juicy lizard today that was.
What about gator tail?
I have eaten that, but generally speaking, I'll stay away from reptiles.
I've eaten some gator tail.
I've eaten gator.
And some other. I've had some other tail too.
I've had, one thing I really don't care to have again is frog.
It's not.
I had it once, and I think once was enough.
Yeah, I mean, none of those, and I had gator also, but none of those things really appealed to me.
You like escargot?
I do.
Dude, escargot is dynamite. The garlic and butter sauce.
Absolutely. Every time I go on a cruise, I always have it.
It's the.
What about duck wings?
I order like 5 of those appetizers every time on a cruise. It's so good.
What is escargot? Snails?
Snails.
That's like a French thing, right?
Dude, there's a French restaurant in Hialeah.
Oh, no way.
Yes, I know. It doesn't make any sense.
Why would you go to a French restaurant in Hialeah, bro?
It's actually...
That's like going to a Cuban restaurant in France.
Dude, I had the snails. It was actually very good. It's right next to Okeechobee and Palm Avenue. It's right by there.
Oh, yeah. They get them right there from the canal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, say
I love escargot, though.
I love it too, man. It's so good.
How about caviar?
I love caviar, too.
Caviar as well.
Yeah. You know, it's not really that expensive, right?
No, it depends. If you get the sturgeon from freaking Russia and all that shit, that's expensive.
The beluga.
The beluga.
Isn't that a whale?
Yeah. And whales are mammals, so they don't lay eggs. So there's no beluga caviar.
Well, no, there's beluga caviar, but I don't think it's a whale.
I think it's a sturgeon.
It's not related to the whale.
It's a sturgeon. I think the beluga is a nurse.
Listen to these fucking
The
pythons.
nurse and the surgeon?
Oh, now I get it. Listen to what the havoc these fucking pythons have been wreaking. They reported a 99% drop in raccoons, a 98% drop in opossums, 87% drop in the bobcat population. Rabbits and foxes are pretty much fucking gone. And most of these animals, they fucking found, in the guts, so to speak, when they get some of these pythons. I go hunting with my dad almost every year. Dude, I noticed it. Every year, we see less and less fucking animals. And we used to attribute it a lot to the Florida panther eating a lot of shit. But, dude, these pythons are They gotta go, dude. Fucking kill them all. You can kill them if you see one. Kill it.
I remember having a discussion with your dad about that, and I shared with him, I don't know, I did a Google search at the time, and I shared with him that they estimate that there's probably about 150,000 pythons in the Everglades. And he said, well, if there were that many, like, you'd be walking and seeing them all the time. But no way, not across the entire Everglades. Is huge. 150 is actually spread it across that land mass is not a lot, but they're apex predators, man, and they don't really have an enemy, and they're really screwing up the ecosystem there.
They pretty much
the only enemy they may have is like the alligator.
But they go and eat alligators as well, dude.
Well, the way they're affecting the alligators is that they raid their nests and eat all the eggs.
Yeah.
So eventually they may beat the alligator by, making sure their numbers are reduced.
Hey, do you know they're from Asia, correct? Africa, South America. What keeps them in check in those places where they're from?
That's a good question.
I don't know, dude. They eat small people there and children.
They eat pygmies.
But the thing with those places, they have what? Tigers and
everything. They have fucking piranhas, fucking
they have a lot of maybe like a mongoose type creature. That's a good question, though, Hialeah. We'd have to look that up.
Yeah,
I don't know,
they
dude.
have to have something that keeps them in check in those other in the other parts of the world, right?
I hate snakes, dude.
What may keep them in check may be just the remoteness of where they're at. Typically, you know what I mean? Like they're so spread across like an area where there's nothing.
The thing is, they breed like crazy, bro.
Well, yeah, they'll have like 50 eggs at a time.
Dude, look at how many pics you've shown of them with alligators in their mouths.
This is a famous situation here where like it just ripped out of the side of its the gator. It ate it and it fucking ripped out the side of it.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I don't fucking care for either one of these two animals. I've seen a lot of gators out there. I've seen a lot of water moccasin. I've seen a lot of rattlers. I've never, luckily, ever ran into one of these pythons.
Odds are that one day you will, though.
I've seen the moccasins. I have never seen a python as well.
I've seen a dead one.
Bro, I shit my pants, dude, when I see him, dude. I one time I think it might have been the same day. I was walking, and then all of a sudden, cottonmouth right in front of me, and they always kind of like open their mouth like all the way, like it's kind of like a warning, like, yo, I'm here, I'm like ready. You keep coming. And then I felt like I was surrounded, and then I just backed away and went somewhere else. And then I was in some kind of knee-deep water, and it was getting late, so I really don't like going in the water because you can't really fucking move as fast or whatever. That's gator territory, right? They can fucking move faster. And, like, within 2 feet, I had a little fucking – it was a baby gator. I almost bumped into him. I fucking backed up. I'm like, dude, there could be – the mom is probably not going to be fucking far behind. It was a real small one. And I went back. I had to backtrack like an hour and a half and get really late back to the truck. But I don't really dig going into the water because that's their fucking territory, dude. That's not our territory. So I have a lot of respect for them.
Hell yeah. I always think of the Seminoles. How the hell did the Seminoles survive in the Everglades, bro? That's crazy.
There's a lot of shit to eat out there, and they know what they're doing. They do whatever they want out there.
Yeah, just a quick search that I did showed a lot of the sites I saw said there was no real natural predator to the Burmese python.
That's crazy. So what keeps them in check then? Nothing?
So it said that they're most vulnerable after eating because they're almost incapacitated.
Yeah, they can't move. They're freaking done.
And aside from big cats and alligators, they don't really have any natural predators.
That's nuts.
And that's in Asia.
And then there was I saw in Florida we have another one that's called, I think, the rock python, and that they were like crossing and creating a super predator, which was like the rock Burmese python that like really was like the super snake of all snakes.
At least we don't have anacondas.
Well, there's that whole other legend too. Like, where did they come from? Are they from Metro Zoo? Are they pets that people just
But
fucking
they're
got
pets.
rid of?
Totally pets that people let go, man. Totally.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that.
The two main theories I've heard is pets that people have let go, but also there was a sanctuary and a research center that was damaged during Hurricane Andrew, that a lot of them escaped into the natural wild, and supposedly that's where a lot of them came from.
I could see that happen.
Yeah, definitely people throwing them out there too. You know, they get too big and they fucking let them go.
What do we do now? Randy's gone. We're like a ship without a rudder. What are we doing now?
Yeah, do we talk about the 80s now?
Let's see that tank maneuver. Robot.
So in the 80s, guys, the 80s.
Ronald Reagan was the president.
Ronald Reagan, and I've been watching the thing on HBO. They're doing a series on the Reagans. It's very interesting. I don't know if you guys have watched it. I think you'd be very. Oh, we're back.
I had to go relieve myself from the Dalmore.
Oh,
Damn, we were just getting into the 80s.
You may
we're
want
getting into
to
the 80s.
You really want to fucking do the 80s episode, I see. You keep going back to it. We're going to do it.
We started with the tank. We did the tank, and then we went straight into the 80s.
and we did the robot.
Yeah, we did the.
And the Miami Pound Machine. That's going to be my new intro when we make the playoffs.
I gotta look up that Will Ferrell shit.
Tank.
What else? You know what I want to ask? Bum, tell us about this Russian hack. I know you kind of been following this. You work in IT field. Does the common day citizen need to be concerned about this?
Yes. So, two things before I say anything about that. There's a HBO documentary called The Perfect Weapon that if you're able to see that, it really goes into the whole beginning of cyber warfare. And as it relates to some major events that have occurred recently until this recent event that took place, right? They talk about the Russian hack in 2016. They talk about, no, not that, man.
I thought you were talking about Steven Seagal.
No, they talk about when we kind of blew up the Iranian reactors with a cyber attack of our own that kind of started the whole cyber war. It talks about when the Seth Rogen movie, The Interview, that was going to be on North Korea.
Yeah.
Well, they got very upset about that.
Right.
And what they did was they hacked Sony.
Right.
The North Koreans hacked Sony and started to put out a bunch of the movies that they had, like that they were going to release later in the year. They lost a ton of money. They also released a bunch of embarrassing emails about actors and, you know, communications between directors and actors and all that. The bottom line is each of these events cost millions and millions of dollars to recover from them. The attack that has occurred in the last couple weeks is considered the Pearl Harbor of cyber attacks. The Russians infiltrated just about every major government agency that we have. And they figure that it'll probably take 2 to 3 years at minimum to figure out how deep they actually got, and if they are still in there embedded, stealing information. So it's a big deal in the whole cyber war. And cyber war has big consequences, right? Because they could actually go into a power plant, disable it. They could go into a nuclear power plant, overheat the reactors, blow it up, just by putting in malware or, you know, malicious code into the environment. Without firing one bullet, they could do serious damage. So if you guys are interested in learning a little bit more, The Perfect Weapon on the HBO, and then there's another one called Kill Switch that talks about how the voting machines may have been hijacked by cyber warfare.
For this election or the previous election?
Both.
In whose favor?
How new are these shows?
They don't talk about that.
They don't talk about that?
They don't. They try not to like pick sides in that. You know, like say, oh, it was for Joe Biden, or oh, it was for Trump, or.
But it was definitely for somebody, obviously.
Well, you know, at the end of the day, in some cases, it's just about disenfranchising voters, right? If you're unable to vote, they don't really care who you were going to vote for. But if you're not able to vote because they deleted all the information from the records, it's a vote that doesn't get cast, regardless, you know, who it's going to be, right?
That Sony thing, I remember it being like a blip on the radar, but I don't remember it being such a big deal. I do remember it being in the news, but they kind of like didn't talk about that much later afterwards.
It was a big deal, man.
All of them have been a big deal, but see, here's the thing. Like private companies...
Media-wise, I mean, I don't remember it being like a big story.
Well, there's a couple reasons, right? Private companies don't want to tell the world that they've been hacked. And by law, they only have to say if they've been hacked if they have lost information regarding private citizens, right? You know, like social security numbers, names, addresses. That's the only time that they have to say, hey, you know, we got hacked and we lost personal data. Other than that, if they lose anything else, they really don't have to report it. And they prefer not to report it because obviously their customers get concerned, and obviously it brings more attention to other hackers that they're vulnerable, right? The one that I didn't know about was there's like this old guy who, I forget his name, who's like in charge of a bunch of the casinos in Vegas. I forget his Sheldon something or other. He's an old guy. That guy once, I think he's Jewish, and he got on like some podcast or some radio show, and he was talking really bad about the Iranians. And he said that this country should like bomb them and nuke them. Well, the Iranians didn't take that really well, and they infiltrated a bunch of casinos and basically wiped them out from like their whole financial, their books, like all the money that was coming in. They like effed up all their records. They ended up losing like $45 million in that whole deal. Between trying to recover their data and trying to build up their defenses to prevent future attacks. They lost like $45 million on that deal. So, and again, people don't typically put that in the newspaper. You know, it's other people that investigate those things that start to leak those things out that, you know, that bring it out. So, you know, the whole cyber thing, it's getting to be a major threat to not only us, but every country, right?
Mm-hmm.
Other countries do it to each other.
That's crazy, dude.
It's the world we live in, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think John's being hacked right now.
Am I? Actually, you're frozen.
Or is it me?
You're the one that's being hacked.
Yeah,
You're a ventriloquist.
Hialeah and Tank are moving, and you got your head down.
Frank the Tank. Frank the Tank.
Hey, Hialeah, I got to go off for a second. Tell them about what we were talking about today about Ryan and Evan Tube.
Oh,
Remember those kids we were talking about?
yeah.
Talk about that for a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay. We were talking about top YouTube earners, and this year it's this kid Ryan World or something. For the last 3 years, the kid has made this year he made $30 million, bro. And all he does is like reviews toys and stuff for kids. He's 9 years old. This is his third year on YouTube.
What a deal.
It might be his fourth year or something, but for the last 3 years, he's the top earner. And then the other guy that we talked about was Evan World, and he's already like I think like 16 to 18 years old, but he was massive when he was a kid, and he started the same way. Now he's a little older, you know, so he's really not making those videos, but now his dad has taken over the channel and just changed it. Dude, and they make so much freaking money just reviewing toys, man.
That's crazy, man.
You know, and it's the licensing. He has his own brands of stuff, and it's nuts.
So I guess the parents really have to coach the kid because a 9-year-old on their own, right?
6-year-old. When he started, let's just say when he started, he's 9 now.
Wow. That's amazing.
And producing them and editing them.
Hey,
and
has my connection been really bad
no,
the whole show?
no,
Not the whole show.
Actually, this is the first time that we're seeing you. So
yeah.
Okay.
Before we were seeing the Max
So
Headroom
Ryan,
shit.
dude, $30 million.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's not it. Show him, Hialeah.
That's the tank. You're doing the tank.
That's
I'm doing the Miami Pound machine.
Oh, you're doing the
Damn, dude, it's
So
Noche
that
Buena.
kid, dude, he's set for life, dude.
he is.
Have you guys ever seen the documentary called? I think it's called Treads, and it's that guy I think it was in Washington or Portland that he built his own tank and he started destroying the town.
Oh no,
Washington State.
Yeah, I think it was Washington State. You never heard of that story,
It
I know
sounds
of a
like
guy
something
who
that would
went
happen.
on a tank,
dude?
but I didn't know he built it himself.
Dude, he built it himself. You guys gotta watch it. It's on Netflix. I think it's called Treads, and it shows everything how he built the tank in secrecy, and how hard. Dude, he pretty much leveled the whole town. It was crazy.
Wow, that's crazy.
Sounds like something that would happen in Washington.
It sounds like something that happened in Hialeah.
Anything can happen in Hialeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Wonder
retire-
Woman 1984 comes out this week, right? Or
The
right
what?
now?
The
Wonder
what?
Woman 1984.
I believe it comes out Christmas Day, ain't it? On HBO Max. I don't
Some
know.
good reviews there, I hear.
What's that?
I've heard good reviews.
I haven't seen the first one, and I heard it was pretty fucking good too.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
It was one of the better DC movies.
What did you say?
It's one of the better DC movies.
Absolutely. I was gonna say it's for me. It's the best DC movie.
I would agree with that. I would agree.
It might be the best DC movie.
Maybe.
Oh, very good, Tank.
Good analysis.
Maybe.
You know, your analytics are really becoming you.
No, you know what? I'm gonna disagree. Dark Knight.
Oh yeah.
Second and
those-
third one are the best.
Those are the best.
You're absolutely right. The Christian Bale Batman,
Yes.
supreme.
Let's not knock out Robert Pattinson though.
Then Cleopatra.
Yeah.
Hey, part of the show is we're gonna look at Google Trends, so let's do that now.
Let's not look at your Google Trends.
No, not mine. There'll be a lot of Miami Pound machine on that. So Google has analyzed the billions of search requests it processes every day, and it identified the terms that have had the highest spike this year compared to 2019. Unsurprisingly, coronavirus topped the list. These are some of the other ones.
I believe last year anal bleeding was top 3.
Was it not anal bleaching, or was it anal bleeding?
That's Hialeah. I think he knows.
Isn't it called anal fissures? Anal fissures?
No, anal fishers are the guys that go to Strawberry.
Hey, what's IPL?
I know what an IPO is. I'm not sure what IPL is.
It's the 5th highest fucking search. We don't even know what the fuck it is.
What's IPL?
I mean, I don't fucking know.
An AES company.
Is it the Indian Premier League?
I can see that. Soccer?
Indianapolis Power and Light.
Intense Pulse Light.
Maybe it's crickets. Cricket. The cricket league in India?
It probably is Indian Premier League.
Maybe, yeah, because maybe that's what India versus New Zealand is.
Or maybe it's rugby. Or rugby? Or cricket?
No, it says here it's cricket.
It's cricket.
Wow.
Number 6 is India versus New Zealand, so that might be it.
Wow.
That's surprising, dude.
I've heard of IPO, but never IPL.
We talked about IPA also.
So, okay, real quick. Considering that IPL is the 5th most, would you say that sport, cricket, is bigger than soccer and American football worldwide?
I don't know about soccer, but I believe cricket has to be like number 2.
Dude, it's the 5th most. Just think about how many.
2020, bro. 2020. Calm down, okay?
2020.
These are the biggest. Hold on, let me just. It's the biggest spike. It's the biggest spike.
Just think about fantasy football. How many times you go on your fucking phone to look up fantasy football?
But
and how your players are doing.
But Hialeah, it's spike. Fantasy football has been popular for a long time, so we wouldn't see that big a spike from last year to this year. You know what I mean?
Kobe Bryant. Well, I was about to say a bad joke, and I'm not gonna say it.
Say it, dude.
Hey, it's been long enough.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
Say it, man.
No.
If you won't, I will.
Say
God said Kobe when he was on the helicopter.
Oh fuck. The corona ones are not surprising. Joe Biden.
None of them are. The only surprising one is the fucking cricket shit.
Yeah, cricket's super surprising.
Yeah.
Cricket wireless.
What's the India versus New Zealand thing?
I guess that's back to the cricket.
Cricket.
Probably a cricket game.
It's cricket. It must have been a really big game.
I heard some of those cricket games last days.
Maybe there was a cricket World Cup or something.
They do what last games. Days.
Cricket games last days?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no, what a
So here's some of the overall searches and some of the searches on deaths. Election results, coronavirus, Kobe, coronavirus update.
Who's Naya Rivera?
Oh,
Well,
that's
she
that
must
girl that drowned from. Was she in Glee or one of those shows?
Oh yes, I remember that. That they found her son.
Everybody from Glee dies.
They found her son in the boat, and it was very mysterious.
She was able to swim and put the kid back on the boat, but apparently she drowned.
Yeah.
Yeah, she appears on the deaths also, as does Chadwick Boseman. Who's King Von?
A rapper.
Who's Kelly Preston?
Kelly Preston is John Travolta's wife.
Who's Pop Smoke?
A rapper.
Travolta's wife, who also
John Travolta.
Kelly Preston's John Travolta's his deceased wife.
And she was in a few movies of her own.
Jerry Maguire.
Yes.
Ahmed Arbery.
Who's that?
That's the gentleman jogger who got shot by the two guys.
Yeah.
For the news, we had election results, coronavirus stimulus checks, unemployment, Iran, Hurricane Laura, Super Tuesday, stock market, murder hornet, and Australia fires. Anything surprising there?
I bet you that Shakira one was when she came out in the Super Bowl and everybody looked up her ass.
Yeah, they probably could have added ass to the end of this, right?
Yeah.
Shakira, ass.
Well, she did win the butt off, didn't she? In her.
For sure.
I think I watched that video like 500 times.
Which one? Were we judged who won the butt off?
No, that one I only saw once.
No, he's talking about the old Miami Pound machine.
That may have been the old Davy Pound machine.
Look at Tom Brady.
That's you, Randy, looking up like that.
Hey, look, two fucking guys I don't like. They're both named Tom, and their last name also 5 letters, and they've also got like some of the whitest names you could ever have.
You don't
Tom
like
Hanks?
You
I don't like Tom Hanks. I don't like fucking Tom Hanks.
Why?
Boring, fake, phony, and this could be the whiskey talking. I just don't like him, dude. I'm sorry.
You don't like any of his movies?
You know, I there's some of his movies that are good. Saving Private Ryan's really good.
One of the greatest movies of all time.
Like
He's Woody.
He's Woody, yeah.
You don't like Splash?
In what?
Splash?
No.
Dude, you don't like Forrest Gump?
Bachelor Party.
I do kind of like Forrest Gump. I just don't. Castaway's pretty good.
I'm just hearing all positives.
Captain Phillips?
I don't think I saw that one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
But he's kind of the Tom Brady of actors, right?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
As far as like
Cheats?
Oscars,
He was
right?
great in Philadelphia.
Never saw that movie.
It was.
I
Yeah.
have no interest in it.
Great movie.
Yeah.
But he is the Tom Hanks of actors, right? He has like the most Oscars.
No.
No, but he is
No?
Tom Hanks of movies, though.
He doesn't have the most Oscars?
There's no other Tom Hanks in movies.
Who has the most Oscars?
I mean, he may be tied,
Nicholson, maybe?
or
Tank, can you check that out?
Spencer
I'm on
Tracy.
Spencer Tracy's a good pick.
Tank, I need a phone line.
Henry
Tell me in
Fonda?
Tank.
Catherine Hepburn.
Yeah,
Well,
that's the women's side.
women is probably Katharine Hepburn and Meryl Streep, I would think.
Meryl Streep, yeah, definitely for at least for nominations.
For men, who's the top?
Nicholson, I'm going to say Nicholson.
I'm going to say Nicholson or Spencer Tracy.
I'm going to say this fuck. Tom
It's
Hanks.
Nicholson is tied with Daniel Day-Lewis and Walter Brennan.
With how
Wow.
many?
At 3.
How many does Hanks have?
Hanks
Two.
has
So there goes that theory, old bum.
He has one for Philadelphia, and the other one he's got for
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump, yeah.
He's been nominated every year, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he only has 2 wins. Nominated 6 awards, won 2 of them.
He could have been the Tom Brady, but
He would have had to cheat a little bit
how
more.
many does Nicholson have?
3.
3.
I mean, he could still end up being the Tom Brady. He just needs
Who
to
the
win a
hell-
couple more.
Who the hell is Walter Brennan?
That's a good question.
Where is Walter?
I bet you when we see him, we'll know him.
Who's Katharine Hepburn?
Spencer Tracy's wife.
I don't give it.
She
Yeah,
has 4. She has 4 Oscars and 12 nominations.
Yeah,
He
amazing.
was a badass.
Let's look
Who's-
at the most searched actors.
Mia Khalifa.
Ricky Gervais.
I love Ricky Gervais, dude.
I love him too, bro. Jada
That's my-
Pinkett Smith.
My kind of comedy, that dark humor he has.
Have you seen the original Office from England?
Of course, that's the only one to watch.
That's the
No.
only one
That
to
thing
watch.
is garbage.
No, dude, it's genius.
No, dude, Ricky Gervais is so good in that, dude.
So freaking
Like-
good, bro.
He's the expert at capturing awkward moments and weird fucking situations. And he has a good series that I saw called something about after. I think it's called Afterlife.
Afterlife, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah.
and his wife died.
Yes.
Tiger King.
What knows about that? He's a genius, bro. He's freaking hilarious.
I love him. And you know what else I love about him? He fucking calls out Hollywood, dude.
Yeah,
He
he does.
doesn't has no fucking he hosts that. I think it's the BAFTA awards or one of those that's like the Oscars.
It might be
And he ripped into all those people, dude.
yeah.
Like, just get your little fucking award. Don't fucking tell us about fucking rainforest and walk out of here. You guys have no idea what fucking reality is. And it's fucking true, dude.
Hey,
We don't fucking care.
go to TV shows. That's an interesting one.
Tiger King was hot early in the pandemic.
Cobra Kai at number 2.
Now, I have not heard of Little Fires Everywhere. I have not heard of that one.
No, I've not seen that.
Ratchet is Nurse Ratchet, which is kind of tied into One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen that. What's the Outer Banks?
No idea.
Last Dance.
Yeah,
I'm
that
su-
one.
That was good. I saw that one with my son.
I'm surprised Last Dance isn't higher on that list.
Yeah, that was another pandemic bottle. Light. What do they call that shit?
Well, you know,
Lightning in a
the-
bottle.
You look what it's facing, right? Last Dance is very specific sports.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Males.
yeah.
It's
Ozark,
the only sports one on that list.
dude.
Yeah.
Ozark is number 3, man. Umbrella Academy, Queen's Gambit. Those are all excellent, man.
Now I'm surprised The Crown is not on here.
Because it just came out, probably.
Cobra Kai. Everybody said that's good.
It's okay. It's just very. It's okay. It's very,
I haven't seen it.
very sitcomish. Sitcomish. You can see where it's going, but it's still. You catch yourself watching it. It's only half-hour shows, so it's you just fly by them
How's The Mandalorian not on here?
because it was at the end of the year, maybe.
No. Well, yeah, I guess it's been the last 9 weeks.
Star Wars Saturation. Oh, sorry.
No, it's popular, man. That thing's great.
Here's some movies. I want to watch that 1917. Anybody seen that?
It's
I did.
excellent.
Nick and I went to the actual movies to see that. I think it may have been the last movie I went to see at the movies.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The kids saw Sonic and the Hedgehog.
I'll tell you when the whole pandemic started, I watched that Contagion, dude, and it's shocking how close that was to what was happening.
Dude,
And
how
it's an older movie, right?
Yes, it's
I
like
thought Randy, I told you about it, dude. That movie came out
Yes.
like in 2012, maybe 2013. It's
Yep.
excellent.
It's amazing how close it is.
Yes, it is.
And isn't it crazy when you look on this list and you could just say pandemic? This doesn't have to do with the pandemic, but it came out during the pandemic when there was no sports and nobody had anything to watch.
Yeah.
Tiger King, very pandemic fueled. What do we got here pandemic wise on people? Maybe not so much there.
Tom Hanks had fucking COVID.
Fuck Tom Hanks, dude. Musicians and bands. Shakira and her ass making an appearance. This is how out of touch I am with this that I barely know who any of these people are.
Me neither, dude.
I think Adele, they looked her up just because she had lost so much weight.
Yes. Who's Augustus? A rapper. Who's Doja Cat? A rapper.
A rapper.
Who's Tamar Braxton? Tony Braxton's sister. Who's Quando Rondo?
A
Rapper.
rapper.
Tony Lawrence. Rapper.
Is that Ray John Rondo?
Nah, Quando Rondo.
Who is Quando Rondo?
A
A
rapper.
rapper.
All right, let's do this, dude. Tank, how many of these people do you know? Go down the list. You know who Shakira is?
Yeah.
You know who August Alsina is?
No.
You know who Adele is?
Yeah.
You know who Doja Cat is?
Yeah.
Who is it?
A rapper.
A rapper. Grimes? It's gotta be
No.
a rapper.
I know who Grimes is.
Who's Grimes?
She's from Britain. She's a singer.
I
Not a
only
rapper.
know 4 people on that list.
I know 1. I know 5.
I think I know 3.
Who's Lizzo?
That's
Some-
one of the ones I know.
Some
That's
fat
the-
bitch.
Yeah, the heavy-set black girl that sings.
Don't know that one.
Hey, look at the song's lyrics. Wet ass pussy, number 1.
Is that what that stands for?
Yeah.
Yes, Grandpa.
Wet ass pussy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
That may be the only one I know.
Dude, I don't know none of those. None. The Box? Godzilla? I know none of those.
No, I don't know none of those either.
I'm 0 for 10 on that one.
How about you, Tank? How many of these do you know?
1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4.
Oh, but
Wait,
way
wait,
more than us.
Break My Stride. Is that the old song?
Well, yeah, and if Roxanne is the police, okay, I know
Okay, I
that.
might know two.
Yeah,
No, Roxanne is a new one.
that's the one I know.
Roxanne.
And that's Nobody's gonna break my stride. Nobody's gonna bring me down. Oh no.
Oh, I know.
What the fuck is
Alright,
Mitt
now-
Romney doing there?
Now, here's a good one. Tank, how many of these people do you know?
All of them?
You know all of them?
Yeah.
Who's Andrew Cuomo?
One of the fucking New York guys.
Okay. Who's Andrew Yang?
All right, you got me on that one.
He's on the Miami Pound Machine.
He was running for president on the Democratic side.
Yes, he was.
His whole platform was universal basic income.
Bro, I just gotta say real quick.
Here goes Bake the Snake.
That shows your age. Because I know you get older, you know all the politicians, the 10 out of the 10.
Yes.
And when you go to the music, you might know 1 or 2
Right.
or 0. That just
Look at
My
shows your age. Yeah.
Look at the games.
Why'd you say bake the snake, dude?
I thought he was gonna go into some political fucking rant.
Here's some games.
I don't know none of those games. Assassin's Creed, that's about it. Oh, Madden.
Madden, yeah.
Madden.
Last of Us. I'm surprised Cyberpunk 2077 is not here.
That just came out like 2 days ago, bro.
What about Dig Dug? How come Dig Dug isn't there?
Oh
Yes, but
yeah.
it was highly anticipated, Tank. People
Or
have been talking
Space
about that
Invaders.
game for a while.
Bro, look, go to the freaking babies.
What about Missile Command?
Missile
Look at,
Command.
look at the fifth one. Baby nut.
What is baby nut?
What the fuck is that, dude?
Is that one of baby nuts? What is that?
Why are people looking up the Ice Age baby?
What is the
But
Ice Age baby?
That little
Everybody-
kid from the first movie or the second one.
Everybody's looking for that WAP though.
Anderson Cooper baby.
Who sings that, dude?
That was
Wet-
Hialeah. That was Hialeah in definitions right there. Wow.
Wet ass pussy. Who sings that?
Cardi B.
And somebody else, right?
Yeah, Meg Thee Stallion.
Look how you know everybody there, Tank, bro.
What is Coco Melon baby?
It's like that new show for kids.
Kids show on YouTube. It's like the #1 show on YouTube.
Coco Melon. Bzz, bzz.
Definitions WAP. Yeah, that's highly after the show.
Entanglement.
Hey, look
You
at
guys remember that?
That
What's
was Jada Pinkett Smith when she got busted or whatever for cheating on Will. She said she got in an entanglement with what's the guy's name?
Who fucking knows? The young guy.
Rapper. He was a rapper.
Not that
Entanglement.
big of a rapper.
That third
June-
one.
Randy, how do you know that?
Dude, that was big, bro.
He's a chick.
Dude, I don't know none of that shit, dude. Entanglement.
That third one is part of the cancel culture, antebellum.
I don't even know what that means.
Is
You
it
know
that,
what cancel culture is?
isn't
Oh
that where we
my-
signed the Civil War and we...
So
I know
there
what
was-
cancel culture is. I don't know what antebellum is.
So there's a band called Lady Antebellum,
Yes.
and they had to change their name because of, I think what you mentioned, Hialeah. It refers to something of the Civil War, right?
Yeah.
And they had to change their name because they started to get death threats and all kinds of like negative press.
Wow.
So I think they're called Lady A now instead of Lady Antebellum.
Got it.
Wow, what
And
a
this
simp.
tells you how dumb we are. We had to figure. We didn't know what a pandemic or asymptomatic were.
Juneteenth. I could see people looking that one up.
That's the new
Hey,
holiday.
I was one of them, dude. And I said, at the risk of sounding stupid or whatever,
Insensitive.
I was like, dude, insensitive by no means was that my intention, but I asked that question. I go, did anybody ever know of this holiday before this year?
I never knew.
I
about
had
it.
never heard of that, dude.
Yeah.
And then like always like some educated person would be like, yeah, dumbass. I've
But
known
you
about
know
that
what?
all my life.
But you know what? This list proves that we weren't alone because I didn't know it either.
You know
Yeah,
what? This might
thank
be
you.
part of the simulation though, because I don't remember it.
That's a new code in the simulation.
What's BIFOC?
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't know
the
what.
fuck?
Let's see. It's a person of color? What? The language used to describe racial minorities has fueled controversy in the United States. POC is widely used that's a person of color, right? Oh, BIPOC stands for Black Indigenous People of Color.
Randy, what about Hialeah's a simp, right?
What is a simp?
What's a simp?
It's like somebody who like falls in love with a girl and like he's like all over her and thinking about her.
Yeah,
It
that's
says
me.
here a silly or foolish person.
That's me all day. A simp.
Look at the one under that.
Idiot. That's
Simp
me.
is slang right there.
A slang insult for men who are seen as too attentive and submissive to women, especially out of a failed hope of winning some entitled sexual attention or activity from them. Okay,
I call
so
that was like my game.
I was gonna say there was always some guy in class or something that was like that. It's more like I picture this like in high school.
Yeah,
Not
that's
like
what it is.
not like a wife situation, but more like a
Yeah, it's more like
uh,
younger people.
I'll do your homework for you, and then like he doesn't get no fucking play. The fucking quarterback is banging her while he's
Yeah,
doing
we-
her homework.
I call that
I
a
can
chump.
guarantee you that I never offered to do anybody's homework, though.
We used to call that a chump.
That's for damn sure.
Or I'll carry your books, or I don't know, like you do some thing that nobody wants to do because you think you might get some fucking play. That never works. Okay.
I can see why my game fell apart because my thing was more like, hey man, let me look at your WAP. It all fell apart right there.
The old WAP. Furlough was a big one.
I use that at my job a lot.
It's like a nice way of saying you're laid off.
Yeah, but you could be brought back. That's the big difference.
They just never get brought back.
Sometimes they don't. No.
So I dealt with some people that got furloughed and came back.
Yeah, no, we brought back some of our furloughs.
Okay, and these are the top searches. I guess people don't fucking go to their Facebook app. They search Facebook, or they search YouTube, or they search all these things to get into those things.
Not very interesting, this one.
Dude, is Craigslist still such a big thing? Look at it. It's number 13.
I thought if you wanted to get like abducted or ripped off, it was still big, but
I thought OfferUp took it over.
After they took out back pages, I didn't go anymore.
Home Depot.
Bro, United States Post USPS tracking.
That's
So this
been
is
me.
basically just destinations people want to get to.
wow, Hotmail is still a big thing.
Don't you still have an AOL email?
That's like 23.
Do you guys deal with anybody that has an AOL email?
If they have it, they're too embarrassed to say.
Look, it's number 42. It's number 42.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Look, U-Space Tube is 44.
Yeah. Dude, I deal with a lot of emails. There's one dude that I used to deal with that had an AOL email, and he was very old and started in the early days of the internet, his company, and I guess he just never – he's old school, like me. Like, my email is a Comcast email, which is – when you see a Comcast email, it's not an old email. But I even didn't have Comcast, but I just kept that email because that was my business email, and I had it from the beginning, and it's like keeping your childhood phone number, for me.
You're loyal.
My mom has a Bell South email.
That still exists?
No.
Then she doesn't have it then.
She has the domain.
Does she get the royalties?
Okay, this is a long fucking list.
Fuck it.
This one's very similar to the other one.
John, don't you gotta be at your in-laws' house?
No.
I got to be at Randy's house. And
30 minutes?
My dad is probably putting the pig on the fire as we speak.
Are you guys making a pig?
Yeah.
Really?
When we say
picked
you
it up?
guys, that's my father.
Who picked it up? Your dad?
Yeah.
Did he dig
hunted
a
it.
hole or did he use like the cinder blocks?
He killed it with his bare hands, and he's digging a hole in his backyard, and he's putting it on the cinder blocks.
my participation is just eating it.
You know
He's
what's the
pretty good at that.
so he went on it and put it like in a what is it, a chokehold, and he killed it. He choked it out.
I don't want to have PETA go to my dad's house, so I'm not gonna discuss
Hey,
the particulars.
tell me if I'm wrong, and of course you guys are gonna disagree with me. But the best thing, bro, when you're cooking a pig is going and taking off some of the skin as it's cooking.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Oh my God, dude, that's heaven.
Yes.
That's,
Yeah.
I'm tired of pork already.
How about
That's right up. That's right up there with a little whap.
yeah.
How about a little?
A
How
little
about like
whap.
A little pig
piece?
skin,
Yeah, a little piece of this crunchy skin.
crunchy skin. Which one's number? Okay,
That's what he just said.
crunchy pig skin as you're turning the pig or you're cooking the pig with the palm fronds or whatever, or whap. Which one's better?
Ah, come on, dude.
Yeah, man. Come on.
You got to go with the pig, right?
Some wet ass pig. I'll tell you, I eat. I shouldn't be saying this, but I eat too much pig, dude. I'll start farting uncontrollably and disgustingly. I can only have like a little bit.
Dude, I
And
love dude, that skin.
it's those tastes, you know, like when they're cooking it and they're like, "You want to try it to see if it's good?" And you like cut a little piece off, maybe not necessarily the skin. You know,
What about the whap? How much whap can you have before you start?
it depends, right?
You queef. You queef. So what time? So he already killed the pig. Do you know how big the pig is?
Knowing him, it's probably like an 80-pound or something like that.
Yeah, he gets like a 70 or 80 pounder, right?
That's
Yeah.
a big one. How many of them? How many of you are there?
Not many. I mean, there might be like 13 or 14 of us.
That's a lot of. That's a big
Something
pig
like
for
that.
30 people.
Yeah, there's gonna be leftovers for fucking days there, dude.
And what time does he? So everything's prepared. What time does he start cooking? Early morning or?
Here's
Like
the
right
thing,
now.
dude. Yeah, like he's probably already cooking it. So that thing, there's gonna be a big fall off in the tradition when that passes down to me.
Yeah.
I'm not waking up at 5 a.m. to cook a pig, dude. To me, part of that thing is people coming over. They have a drink with you and they check out what you're doing. At this point in my dad's life, and even my grandfather used to do it too, it's like a chore. They just want to get it over with. And I get it too. So they can be part of the other festivities instead of just being slaving over that pig. But if that ever falls to me, I'm gonna be a late starter and I'll let everybody come over and bring me a drink and have a drink with me, and that'll be, which I think is the Argentina way. The Argentina way,
That's what I was gonna say.
the guy cooks and everybody goes and has some wine with him or whatever, and then people come over and like, oh, how's the pig doing? You know, shit like that. It's kind of like the fucking main show of the event.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. 5 o'clock is tough. 5 o'clock in the morning is tough.
As a matter of fact, I think I've been one of the few people the last few years to actually see the pig being cooked. Rarely does anybody get to see that.
So
I've seen it. Actually, I've seen it when it's just, prepared. It hasn't even put on. When your mom has just like,
So
seasoned it.
you went the day before is what you're saying.
I've done that, and I've also been there. I've never been there at 5 in the morning. That's
his kickoff time.
Yeah, that's what I've never done. I've been there before, and certainly when he's already started to cook it.
who prepares it? Does he prepare it?
My mom does all the like
That-
adobo,
and all that stuff.
Yeah, she like makes cuts in there and like stuffs different type of seasoning and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he does it, and then you gotta flip it, and then
Oh, and I'm always there for the flipping.
yeah, and then
So, Bum, what time are you gonna be there?
Well, I think my wife is going there early, not 5 o'clock in the morning, but I think she's going to go really early to help her mom. I do work for a little bit in the morning. I have to watch some things, so I'm hoping to get out there by, midday or a little later.
Nice. And Randy?
I'm gonna be there.
5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm heading out after the show. I gotta work a little bit too, but I hope to be there around noon.
Nice, dude. That's a nice day. Noche Buena's. I saw a meme today, and it's like Christmas is the 25th, but for Cubans, it's the 24th, bro. Right?
Yeah. Noche
Oh
Buena.
man,
It's on Noche Buena. It's tomorrow.
It's
Yeah.
now.
It's now.
yeah. I mean, I'm glad I'm doing this tonight, and like it's signifying the kickoff of the holiday season for me. For work too, I'm glad when I get to this day, you know, working in the toy business, it's like it's over, you know, and like there's kind of a relief that, you know, we made it there, and I could get fucking ripped. Is basically, you know, what it is. Be with family, and you know, even though it's a weird year, it's special, man. I mean, not
Dude,
even, you know, it used to be the gifts. Now it's your family and stuff, you know.
Yeah, dude. I don't see my kids all the time. You know, they're doing their own things. You know, I got kids older than Tank. That's scary. And I'm dying for them to come over tomorrow. They're gonna come a little later. I think we're gonna eat around 5. But I can't wait just to hang out with them, play dominoes, maybe sing some karaoke, and you know, just
Why
hang
don't you
with.
sing a little? Why don't you sing a little bit a cappella for us right now?
I can't wait.
Hit it, man. Give us a little a cappella.
In a town where I was born, lived a man who sailed to sea, and he told us of his life in the land of submarine. So we sailed beneath the waves in our yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow.
The yellow submarine.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
Yellow
pretty good.
submarine.
Even better. Nebusito estaba, Nebusito de Belén. Si me ven, camino de Belén. Cuchi, 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 cu.
I don't think it said coochie, but you're thinking
No.
about WAP. You're thinking about WAP, I think. That was pretty good, man. That was pretty good. How about you, Tank? You want to do some a cappella?
All right. I got that wet ass pussy.
Is that it?
Gobble me, swallow me. That's it. That's
Give
all
us
I
some
got.
bars, bro. Come on, dude.
You want some bars?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you need
My
a
name
beat?
is Tank. My name is Tank. Over here, they tried to rob the bank by Southland Mall. He put his balls on the wall. The bum is over there laughing. That's all I got.
Dude, it's now 500 years later. We're dominating both sides of the equator in sports, music, and making love, but we still have problems rising above. It's said that in the latest age, people will be moving in different ways. There'll be many false prophets in disguise, spreading a legion before your very eyes. Some have eyes to see and ears to ear, but they cannot realize them because of fear. Okay.
What is that?
It's an old Luke song.
The Two Life Crew?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Very nice. All right, Bum, it's your turn.
There's no way I'm going to sing, but I'll give you guys a little cowbell.
Oh, let's do it. You know what? I'm gonna mute myself.
All right, we're bringing out instruments.
Man,
That was pretty good, actually. That was pretty good.
I have to take out the brushes for that, but everybody in my house is sleeping. We could do a little blues.
Do you know what you're doing, or are you just faking it?
No, dude. Do I ever know what I'm doing?
It sounds good.
I'm a good improviser.
Let me blow that real quick.
Watch your mouth.
Now, I'm pretty ripped, so that sounded pretty good.
I'm not ripped. It sounds good.
What else? What else is on the docket here? We're getting near the end. I saw Apple Cars is working on a car that supposedly is going to be released in 2024. You guys heard about that one?
No.
I heard they're trying to get into the car business, but that's as far as I heard.
Self-driving, obviously.
Of course.
Would you feel comfortable in a self-driving car?
No, I think it would. What would happen to me is like, did you ever see, like they filmed a guy like in California who was in a Tesla and he fell asleep and the car was driving itself? I think that would probably happen to me.
I
think
don't think.
that's already happened to us, but we don't have a self-driving car coming back from the Dolphin games. Yeah.
Precisely.
I want to make sure I have manual control somehow.
I want to make sure I don't have the option of laying back and falling asleep.
That's a tough one for me as well, dude. I don't see myself. I think I'll be long gone by the time, you know. I just can't see myself doing that.
Droids.
It's going to happen.
It is going to happen. I don't ever see me adapting to that.
And you don't want to be around when it happens because according to world statistics, like 60-something% of male jobs in the world rely on driving like a truck or a car.
Mm-hmm.
So when that goes away, what are all those people going to be doing?
That was Andrew Yang's thing. He was a big thing was that truck drivers were going to be completely out of work eventually because of the self-driving situation. And what are you going to do with those people? And a lot of those people, while they make good money and they're hardworking and all that, they don't have skills to do a lot of other jobs. So you got to start, you know, the whole automation thing was part of his.
Yeah. So
universal.
I think for men, driving a truck or a car was like the #1 job in the world. And for women, it was a cashier. And that's something else that's being automated and going away.
Maybe that's why they created COVID, kind of like to thin the herd.
Lower the numbers.
Yeah.
I think they created COVID to make us less human.
Life has a way of like fixing,
correcting itself, right?
Yeah, it does.
Resetting.
Overpopulation. Nothing trumps nature, man.
Yeah.
Maybe it's their way of getting us into our cybernetic form, and we're less human, and we have less human interaction, and we're doing things like this where we're not, you know, ideally, I would be doing this with everybody here, right? That would be like, that's how I used to do it. That's how I would like to do it, you know? But, you know, people are doing a lot more things like this remotely, you know?
What if it's part of like, you know, we're thinking too much the simulation. We're starting to figure it out. So they're trying to take us out.
Of the simulation?
Yeah.
So you're saying we're getting too smart?
Yeah.
But we're already aware of the simulation.
We might become aware of it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well,
so
we
they're
are.
trying to
Some
take
of
us
us, the ones of us who are awakened to it.
And some of us that are asleep don't get it yet.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. And I recommend it.
Frank the Tank. We're all gonna go streaking.
You looked it up or something? You looked it up, didn't you?
Yeah.
You've been watching the movie.
I saw the whole movie throughout the show.
Let's go streak. Let's go.
All right, look, I'm gonna I'm gonna bring a downer into the show.
You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy, Blue.
You're my boy, Blue, because my boy the bum is here, so we gotta have a little bit of sadness and catastrophe. 3.2 million people died in the U.S. this year. Play me a little sad harmonica tune while I give these numbers.
How many numbers?
3.2 million died in the U.S., which is 400,000 more than in 2019. Obviously, COVID has a big thing to do with that.
If you believe in that, right?
If you believe in COVID,
yeah, there's some people who think that's all fake.
That is not a real fucking
it's
ailment.
It's all manufactured. A hoax.
So the test is fake.
Some people are just saying it's a really bad flu season.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's a bad flu strain. That's all it is.
Yeah. And the 300,000 are all made up numbers just so hospitals could make more money.
Yeah.
Does anybody buy into that theory here?
I personally don't.
No, I don't.
Tank, what's the wet ass pussy say about that?
Raul, first of all, fuck you.
Hey, how many were born? You just said the death. How many were the deaths again?
We're
3.2 mil.
That's worldwide.
No, that is in the U.S.
The U.S.
3 million?
Yeah.
3.2.
3.2 million.
And we're like 330 million as a people.
How many
in the US?
How many births? I do believe there's going to be a surge in births after this whole freaking quarantine. 9 months, coming soon.
The next set of
it says here 4 million, bro, were born this year.
So we're still ahead of the curve.
You know what's fucked up? Go ahead, Tank.
No, I don't believe that it's a hoax. I think it's real.
Thank you for the clarification.
You fucking asked me.
No, no. I mean,
hey, why did you fuck you, Raul? Why did you fuck you, Hialeah? What did I do?
Now, Hialeah, play a little more sad harmonica music for me. Think of those 3.2 million people that died this year. Rest in peace. Everybody probably knows somebody that lost somebody. Think of all the fucking things that happened with those 3.2 million people. There's 3.2 million funerals. There's 3.2 million things, dude. Think of all the stuff you have. Think of what happens to all that stuff.
The individual stories.
The stories.
The credit.
The what?
The credit lines in debt.
Yes. The routines.
You know what I think? You know what I think about? How 3 million people that probably not the majority that died alone because their family couldn't go to the hospital or be with them in moments. That's what I think about.
My mom was super sick the last few weeks, and I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, we can't even go visit her. We can't even go,
Imagine how scary that is, bro. That your family can't be there, and you think your family, who has your back for the most part is your family, and they can't even be there having your back when you're incapacitated or whatnot.
Dude, and that goes a long way, dude.
I think when we look back at this pandemic thing, without getting too political, and really, I think it's going to be looked at as probably the biggest blunder this country has ever had.
But wouldn't you say the world too?
Well, we don't live with the world.
But it's a global thing, right?
We live here, right? And we're supposed to be the greatest country in the world.
But
we're worried about wet ass pussy.
Yes, and Kim Kardashian.
But the thing, bum.
Surprised
is,
she wasn't in the searches.
I'm surprised too. But bum.
Yeah, I am surprised now that we mentioned it.
At the end of the day,
Or
the,
Kanye.
the pandemic, whether it was man-made and where it came from, I'm not saying that, but it's just history repeating itself. It's the Black Plague, it's the Spanish influenza. It's history. It's happened before. You can't say, "Oh, this is the worst fucking year ever." You know what?
No,
It's not. It's
but
really
you're
not.
but that's what makes it devastating, Hialeah, because it's something that you know is coming.
But it just shows you how much or
We
how
have it
little we're
advanced,
in control of.
that we really haven't gotten much better.
Well, we've advanced.
Nature always wins. Nature always wins at the end.
Nature wins, bro. Nature wins, bro.
Yeah.
Nature adapts. Just look at AIDS. Just bring up AIDS. How that developed. You know, it was syphilis, it was gonorrhea, and now all of a sudden you're having sex and you're dying. That was just a progression, you know, and
I
that's
think
what it is, dude. Nature's gonna throw wrenches at us.
I think the general concept that you are mentioning there is correct. I just think that where we are technology-wise and from a societal perspective, we should have been able to deaden the pain and the impact to a better degree. I'm not saying that we could have prevented it. That's impossible.
Right.
But
you know what? It's been 100 years. I think we will be prepared more the next time. But just look at it this way. We got supposedly a 97% or 94% cure in a year. I think that's pretty incredible if it's true.
that's impressive.
It is.
That's impressive. That's probably the only impressive thing that has come out of this so far.
Yeah.
And we'll have
And
to
even
see
that is not a sure thing yet.
It's not a sure thing, but just think of the Spanish influenza. It just went away. At least now we have hope because there is some immunity with this shot. There was never an immunity for Spanish influenza. It just went away.
How did that just go away?
It lasted for like 2 or 3 years and it was gone.
Well, what happens is the herd immunity. Enough people get sick and eventually you're immune to it. But let's think about the comparison there. That was 100 years ago. And we lost like nearly 700,000 people?
Probably, I think it's more. I think it's look. If somebody could look it up, I think it's even more than. I think it was in the millions.
I thought it was like 650, and no, in the world it was millions. But
I think even in the United States it was in the millions.
I thought in the United States it's somewhere between 600 and 700,000. So we're at 300,000 now.
We're still way below, and we supposedly have a vaccine.
And it's not done yet. I mean, so in 100 years, we were able to cut the death rate maybe by half.
By half.
I don't know if that's what everybody was expecting based on our technology.
I think that's realistic.
And then when you look at it, that's still half. The country's still very divided in people that believe that it's fake, people that believe that wearing a mask is an infringement of their rights, or that governors locking things down is unconstitutional.
People who are going to take the vaccine.
Hey, dude, Kirk Cameron. You guys remember Kirk Cameron?
Yeah.
What's that show he was on? Popular 80s show.
Growing Pains?
Growing Pains. That guy was in the news for like gathering a bunch of maskless people to sing Christmas carols in California. And he's in the news now for that. That's fucking crazy, dude.
He believes in that. He's a big Christian.
Yeah.
That they're gonna when they disappear. That whole
rapture. The rapture.
Exactly, rapture.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big into that.
Dude,
did you look up Spanish influenza deaths? 1918.
Yeah, 50 million worldwide.
Wow.
675K US.
Nice, bum. Nice.
Hey, but that tells you a little bit about where we're at, right, as a society in the world. That we're so prosperous that on one side we're saying this is such a disaster, and on the other side we're saying this is probably not really that bad. So that tells you how prosperous we are, right? That this thing is the biggest thing.
Okay, going by those numbers, what's the big difference? We didn't have flight, airlines, transmitting it to us. So the rest of the world was the one that got affected, and it came from World War I, right? Fighting in the trenches and all that. That's where they say it might have occurred. So maybe that's what saved it the first time. But now with flight, more transcontinental, all that stuff, maybe that's why we got affected, because now we're number one in the world, right? It's kind of been reversed.
Yeah, we've been number one for a while.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. We make up another shocking number that we make up a small portion of the world's population, yet we have the most cases and deaths.
Easily, right?
Easily.
Yeah.
And we're the most advanced, most organized country in the world.
Yeah.
I think that's where the disappointment comes in, right?
Yeah.
That has to do with not trusting the government, right?
But you know what, dude?
That may be a big factor in it, but I think you may be right about that, and I think you are, but that's still another failure, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
It goes to show you that if there's something that really needs to get us together to combat, we're probably not going to do it.
It's humbling. It's humbling.
Yeah, I don't think. When I was talking to the bum about this earlier, I'm like, this country's probably not going to come together for. When's the last time this country came together?
9/11.
Barely.
For a little bit.
It wasn't too long after that there were conspiracy theories saying that it was an inside job to get into the war.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even if you leave those out, like the immediate follow-up to that was weapons of mass destruction. Weapons of mass destruction. And then that ended up just being a fucking lie, dude. And then it's just another lie. And then people are not. The last president that we probably trusted as everybody was probably old Bush. Would you say that had mass kind of trust? I feel like he was the last presidential president.
I would agree with you.
Well,
full blown.
He was the last of the World War II presidents.
Well, that too, yeah. But then after that, it's been Clinton, we want to fucking try to impeach him. Bush, you lied about this. Obama, there's a lot of other shit going on. Trump, I don't even have to fucking tell you about all the shit that's going on with Trump. Yeah. Now Biden, it's going to be a replay of the last 4 years with Bush, but with Biden, if he fucking makes it that long. So it's like we're in this fucking snowball that's just getting bigger and bigger and worse, and less trust and less fucking unity, more division.
I agree with you, and I think the gasoline to that fire, and this is from an IT guy.
This is the gasoline to my fire.
The gasoline to that fire is the internet and social media, man. As positive as it has aspects to it, put it this way, going back to that whole cyber attack thing, the way that other countries have figured out how to divide us is through attacking our media and social media outlets and amplifying conspiracy theories in that. So other countries have figured out that they don't have to really fire missiles anymore or send soldiers. They could do it by dividing us and creating chaos within our country itself. And that's exactly what we have.
Exactly. They've accomplished it.
Now, to Randy's point, they've also leveraged the fact that the government has been caught in real lies.
True lies.
Real lies.
Yes.
When somebody asks me, do you believe in conspiracy theories? I say, well, it depends, right? Weapons of mass destruction is a perfect example of something that was a conspiracy that was proven to be real. Nobody ever says that's a conspiracy theory. No, that was something that was found to be true, a true lie that they gave us, right?
A fabricated conspiracy.
If we were doing that podcast a couple weeks after 9/11 and then they started doing that, we would have been wackos to say that's a lie. I don't think they have any weapons of mass destruction. They'll be like, shut up, dude. The fucking president said they have weapons of mass destruction, and look, that one doesn't really get talked about that much. That was a bold-faced lie.
But to me, the difference between those things and, let's say, the moon landing is that was discovered to be a lie, and everybody agrees that it was a lie. Nobody's saying, no, there was really mad. Nobody's defending that anymore. It was clearly something. Now they try to explain why they lied. Well, we really had pretty good evidence. We were just wrong. As opposed to the moon landing, right? Or something like that. Or that the 9/11 was an inside job. I was telling the GOAT today, I think if Pearl Harbor happened today, there would be half the people that would say it was the government trying to get us into another war to make money. There would be people upset that we were killing Asians and that we're racist. It would be so disconnected. You wouldn't have kids lining up to the military recruiters to join the military to fight, because now everything's a lie or a conspiracy or another story. And I think that really sucks.
Yeah, but there's a reason that is, right? It's like, dude, it's like that.
Yeah.
It's like that dude, that will fucking tell you something, and then like, right, and then you find out, dude, that wasn't true. So like, how many times are you gonna fucking believe that guy?
Right. And
sometimes the good liar will mix in some truth with the lie, and a lot of the conspiracy theories do that too. That's how they get people.
That's what makes good conspiracy theories, that they're plausible. There's bits and pieces of real information in it.
They do this.
Yes.
They intertwine the truth with the lies.
And all that's being leveraged against us constantly, both by our enemies and our own people.
They're using it against us.
Yes.
Like this.
They're destroying us from within. Get some glow sticks.
I don't have to. I'll get some. I got this.
Oh, wow. We're going to get our riff now.
What are you holding? What is that? What are you, Green Lantern?
Dude, don't worry about it, bro.
I'm worried about it, dude.
Don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it.
Weapons.
Don't worry about it, bro.
I'm not worried about it.
That looks like the pinch.
Well, guys, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Thanks for hanging out. Any parting thoughts? Oh, by the way, it's going to be cold as fuck, dude. Get your fucking jacket. This is going to be the coldest Christmas in the last 20 years.
When tonight?
Starting tomorrow night, and then the next couple days, it's going to be like we're going to be in the 50s and 40s.
You know what I say to say? Me cago en el arbolito y me cago en ti. Me cago en el año nuevo, me cago en el arbolito y me cago en ti.
Shout out to fucking Earl Campbell.
The Tyler Rose.
The Tyler Rose, dude. I had no idea.
Neither
that
did
was
I.
his fucking name.
Hey, guys, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Be safe. Enjoy yourselves. Try to go overboard, but safely.
Eat some good pig.
Sleep over if you get ripped. John, I'll see you like in 15 minutes at my dad's house.
Yes.
I'll swing by there too. Say hi to you guys in person.